across Australia and through ESPN and TSN in Canada. The 1985 elimination final between Carlton and North Melbourne from VFL Park. And a real scramble to start the game. Umpire Peter Cameron has found a free kick for a high tackle. And the first free kick of the game going to Johnston, the Carlton captain. Johnston up to half forward. McConville well out of position. And the mark taken for North Melbourne by Crocker. And the young player, but he's got a good future in VFL. And this fellow played very well last week too, didn't he, Lou? Siri.
Certainly did, Pete.
Siri a little bit short of the right half-back flank. He's got a 15-metre penalty against David Rhys-Jones. He's one of North Melbourne's best three players, certainly. Centre wing position. Hunter goes to spoil from behind, picked up by Demetriou. His kick is subsequently smothered. A wild hand pass, doesn't get the ball out of that pack of players. And on centre wing it will be a bounce. Ground in absolutely superb condition. Temperature in Melbourne today on the way out to the park was just nudging 18 or 19 degrees. So we couldn't get better conditions for the early part of spring. Chance for Hunter again to gather in the ball. Now it's English. Fires up a hand pass to Meldrum, who's been a very consistent player this year for Carlton. Past Morgan underneath the ball, but backing him up well is Glendinning. Glendinning from half-back gets clear of McClure. That could be a good duel. Mark taken for North Melbourne by Holt at centre half-back. To centre wing. Cracker tries to get around Alvin. Does so. Long hand pass. Arms late on the scene. Keith Gregg intercepting beautifully. Gets it away from Corcomelis, trying to find McCann up towards full forward. He's just about grabbed that.
Going to play it, Pete.
Yes, a good mark. 3 or 4 juggles, and McCann taking the mark about 45 metres from goal.
Replay, I think it could easily have been a free kick against McCann. He did get into the back of young Silvani, but nonetheless the umpire not quite picking it up, and a good juggling mark, seeing he got away with that little push.
2 minutes into the first quarter, chance for first score of the game.
There's the kick on its way. It's a high kick going towards the goals. It'll come around beautifully. That's the first goal of the match. Going to the Kangaroos, and McCann would certainly be very happy about that. And that sort of goal at the start of these sort of games, as far as North's concerned, would work wonders for the team's morale, Bob.
Yes, they've been down late, Lou. They haven't really played well. They had a big defeat last week. And to get first goal on the board, they are kicking with the aid of a slight breeze, but I would say only 2, maybe 3 goals at the most. And out on this ground today, you shouldn't have any worries.
2.5 minutes gone at the first quarter of the elimination final for 1985. A fumble that time by a couple of players. And the umpire will give a free kick against Blackwell. Now, Bob, could you explain that to me? Why was the free kick given there?
Well, he made no attempt to get rid of it, Lou. He took possession. He's got it back again now. He made no attempt to get rid of it.
The ball back there. There's a strong mark taken at centre half back by Passmore. No doubt North Melbourne, the younger side, a short mark pass here, and Demetrio's got the mark out there at half back. We've got Demetrio, number 28, playing for North Melbourne, and Corcomelis, of course, playing for Carlton. No relations. Ball falls short. And a mark taken here by Johnson. That's the Carlton skipper out there on the centre wing position. North Melbourne 1 goal, 6 points to Carlton yet to score, but it's early days yet. There's a good mark taken by Law at half-back, and he's been a solid defender ever since he joined the club many years ago.
I certainly missed him last week.
Certainly did, Peter. The kick by Law falls short. Madden knocks the ball to the ground. Johnson having a struggle there to try and get it out. Finally comes out to English. He's in a bit of trouble, overruns the ball. Shimmerbush breaks clear, gets a hurried kick back there to Demetrio. Caught one in the face from Rhys-Jones. And then he gave Rhys-Jones one back, and Rhys-Jones will get the free kick. They're wrestling now. Rhys-Jones was picked at full forward, but he's out there on the wing position having a nice how do you do out there now with Demetrio, and the umpire is going to take Demetrio's number. Oh. I think the last match we played, he was reported in too, Peter, in a similar position on the wing.
I think he's on replay now. We watch and we see Rhys-Jones on the ground. And I think the incident was after that. When,
that's right.
Anyway, David Rhys-Jones has the free kick.
He's carrying a few stitches at the start of the game, Pete, from something or other during the week.
Well, that sort of thing keeps up. He might have a few more to contend with. Great mark by Madden. And maybe a 15-metre penalty coming up. Now the umpire has called play on, which Madden does do. Kick's not a bad one. Trying to find Harms or McKenzie. Harms marked about 35 metres directly in front of goal.
I would say, as far as North's concerned too, Bob, that number 44 for Carlton's going to be the danger player here today.
I'm sure he is, Lou, because the North really lack marking power around the ground.
Harms first score for Carlton. Harms has put it through for a goal to level the score. 6 points each of 2. We've been playing 5 minutes in the first quarter.
Listen, North Melbourne should not have allowed Madden to be able to play on and get the ball across the ground to Harms so easily. As on replay, we watch now as Rhys Jones puts the ball forward, and
was he playing on? That's the thing.
McDonald let him go, but then allowed him to play on, so he should not have let him go.
Well, he shouldn't have grabbed him in the first place because he'd have gone back for the kick.
5.5 minutes gone of the first quarter. Scores are dead level in the elimination final. Remember, the loser drops out of the playoffs this year. Picked up by Corcomelis for Carlton. Down to Passmore. That's his third possession for the afternoon. Back towards left centre wing. Arsiri may get there first for North Melbourne. A great race for the ball here. English hot on his hammer. Still in play, or is it? Over the line, perhaps? Yes. Just as Road picks it up for Carlton, and it will be a throw-in on the centre wing position, member stand side of the ground. Bathed in sunshine at the moment. Delightful day here in Melbourne, early spring. Madden gets the front posse, trying to shield the sun from his eyes, and comes out of it with a free kick. A little bit technical, perhaps. Madden's kick is not a good one. Mackenzie does it well for Carlton. Looking for Melbourne with the hand pass. Melbourne in front of Demetriou. Got one at the back, did he? The umpire calls play on. Blackwell, grabbed too high. Still no free kick. Keith Gregg gets boot to ball, but only kicks it about 10 metres. McClure shepherds well for Marcoux back into the side. He's gone for a pass to Blackwell. Blackwell onto the left foot. Snapshot for goal at the back. It's Harms, and he's marked it. Great mark to Harms, and he has the chance to bring up Carlton's second goal.
That was a great mark, Pete, because he was giving away inches there too against his taller opponent.
A perfect judgment. As we watch on replay now, Blackwell hooking the ball past the goals, but right now we're not on replay. We're watching Harms kick 1 point.
Well, he didn't have much daylight between the posts there, but we have seen them kick from that angle and position before, of course. Let's watch that mark again, Robert.
As he judged it to perfection and leapt at the right moment, making up for that height difference and judgment to perfection.
Roy Ramsey is the man with the ball. Played a great game last week against Lee Matthews and restricted him to only about 10 possessions for the game. And Ramsey now to kick the ball back into play. And after that point had been scored, Carlton lead by a point. Ramsey's kick to the half-back line, knocked down by McConville. Corcomelis, a high tackle perhaps against McDonald. The umpire has seen it. He'll take the free kick.
Well, McDonald's given a couple of free kicks away at the early stage of this game. Kicked up there by Corcomelis. Harms having a great battle. He nearly got it again. He tried to kick it off the ground. Blackwell had a go too, but it's finally forced through for 1 point. So Carlton move on to 1 goal, 2-8. For North Melbourne, 1 goal, 6 points, and North Melbourne kicking their first goal within the first 2 minutes of play.
Glenn Denning now at centre-half forward, Lou.
Ball kicked out wide as a go for Law. Out there at a half-back. Drives it out wide looking for Glenn Denning. He got a start on Dean and took the mark out there on the centre wing position. So it's North Melbourne ready to go deep into attack. It's a long kick, but not a good one. As a matter of fact, it's a poor one. The ball is out of bounds on the full. And Alvin will take the free kick down there in between the half-back and back pocket positions for Carl. Into the quarter now by just over 8 minutes. Chance for Madden to mark. Couldn't hold that one. Ball kicked back by Larkin, but in the way there is the ever-reliable Hunter to take the mark. Hand pass coming out to Johnson, who started off pretty well today. He's had a pretty quiet season. McClure at the back. Just about grabbed that, but the umpire said play on. Still plenty of fumbling going on. Laws tries to scoop it out. Simmons gets a hurried kick back, and the ball marked here by Dwyer. Now this is young Dwyer. Comes from a very famous football family at North Melbourne, and there's a good mark taken by Fairley. But he's a long way out from goal, about 75 metres. The kick is up there towards the forward pocket position. The pack fly, punched out by Silvani. Down goes Phil Cracker, got one. He was grabbed when he didn't have the ball. How did you see that one, Bub?
Yes, I agree with that, Lou. Alvin thought he was about to gain possession, but Cracker was in between them, and Cracker was held when not in possession of the ball.
Okay, it's Phil Cracker limping a little bit with the ball down there in the forward pocket, about, let's see, about 40 metres out from goal. A pretty acute angle, but this fella's a very accurate kick for goal. North Melbourne a 1 goal, 6 points to Carlton, 1-2-8. Into this first quarter of the 1985 elimination final by 9.5 minutes. As we wait now for Cracker to have the shot. Kick is on its way. Well, it's right across the face of goals, and it'll go through for 1 point. So it's 1 goal, 7 points North Melbourne to Carlton, 1-2-8 points into the quarter by just on 10 minutes.
Well, not much scoring done so far. The goal kicker is McCann for North Melbourne. It was a gem of a kick. Harms for Carlton. Road gathers it in nicely. The hand passes on to English. English looks for Hunter. The last 3 weeks, as he told us yesterday, has played centre half back. Dean takes the mark on centre wing. Dean, a short pass down towards left half forward. Chance for Carlton now. Putting it through is Mackenzie. Or is it out of bounds? He's missed it. Actually, we saw him play a couple of weeks back against, I think it was Hawthorn, and he was rather inaccurate.
Well, that's a bit of an experience. He became impatient, Pete. He could have steadied himself and even run a bit further.
Boundary throw in, left forward pocket for Carlton. Now he's got another chance. Just about thrown out by Blackwell. Oh, McClure got one too high. No free kick. That was surprising. Little Fraser Murphy trying to get clear. Gets tackled by Larkin. Umpire Peter Cameron has decided it's a stalemate, and we will see a bounce about 35 metres out from the Carlton goal. 10 3/4 minutes gone in the opening term. Mackenzie got 2 hands to it, down to Marku, shoots out the hand pass, picked up by Corcamilas. That's in the back, surely. Oh, well, if that wasn't in the back, I think I'll walk home. Let's watch it again, Bob. What did you think?
Well, I think they've let a bit go lately, and I think when I say lately, of late in this game, I think they're prepared to let it go a bit.
Okay, well, they certainly did there. Blackwell to Road. Holt's right there with him. The kick is short. In towards the goal square. Knocked away by Schimmelbusch. A chance for the Kangaroos to get clear now. And the ball coming out through the agency of Smith towards left centre wing. Phil Cracker seems to have recovered from that knock on the thigh. Gets a beautiful bounce and gets clear of Alvin, showing him a nice clean pair of heels. Beautiful run by Cracker. Road late on the scene likewise. He's gone for a pass to McCann over the back. Can't outmark Madden, but the umpire's found a free kick for a push, and Madden gets his second free kick of the game.
Silvani takes that ball short. It's Corcamilas out there at half-back. Goes for a short pass to centre field. It's okay. Marku grabs it over. Johnson's the best game I've seen Johnson play for months. The ball back there. Chance for Harms. No, he's outmanoeuvred that time. He goes after it again. He's got a chance to snap it goal. It falls short. Punched out by Ramsey. Having a great battle there with Murphy. Murphy falls on it again. But the umpire will ball it up. That's good play on the part of young Crocker too. A very inexperienced player there, Bob, but he didn't give anyone else a chance.
A very talented player, young Crocker, and I think he's around for a long while to stay, Lou.
Knocked out that time by Mackenzie. Packet comes to Ramsey, spins out of the packet. Took him a fortnight to get rid of that. Gregg goes for a short pass off the ground. It's over to Crocker now. That was good play on the part of Keith Gregg. Crocker out there at half-back, goes for a long kick, looking for Jonas in the front posse of Melbourne. Gets a hand pass back, looking for Demetrio, intercepted by Reece Jones. Shrugged him up beautifully. And what a talented player he is when he lets himself go. Back it goes to Corcamilas from Marku. Corcamilas' kick is short. Ramsey in the way and takes the mark out there at half-back. It's a pretty tough game out there, Bob.
There's still no excuse for disposal like that, Lou.
Certainly not. Reece Jones got onto that. Corcamilas again. Over it goes to Smith. Smith out there at half on the centre wing position. A long kick, but English is in the way. Oh, he dropped that. A fumble. This allowed Phil Cracker to go for a hand pass to Asiri. A running shot at goal, but it's off target and through for 1 point. That was a bad mistake or a bad drop by English that time. Scores dead level. 1 goal, 8 points apiece into this first quarter by just on 14 minutes as we wait now for Silvani to bring the ball back into play. Stephen Silvani, the son of one of the greatest players for Carlton, Sergio Silvani, gives a good pass out there, and the ball marked here now by Hunter. Short pass again. Blackwell's mark was intercepted that time by Law, and he's really having a go today. The ball back into play again. McDonald's too slow. Gets the ball back to Dwyer, and Dwyer copped Johnson. I would say this is the best game we've seen Johnson play for a while, Peter.
Yes, Johnson hasn't had the best of seasons. McClure, a valiant attempt to get that one before it went over the line. Not successful. As we watch it again, get a game in the Australian cricket team with an attempt like that. The result was the same, though he dropped it. Down to Corcamilas. Up towards right half forward. Passmore was late on the scene. 2 Carlton players spread eagled there, one of which was Harms. That'll be downfield, Bob.
There's no doubt about that, Pete. There's nothing much in it, but still downfield. It was after he got rid of the ball.
Siri takes the free kick. Good little player, this fellow. Down toward left half forward flank for North Melbourne. Good knock on by Jonas. Travelled about 10 or 15 metres. Out comes Hunter, though, playing a good game so far. And well shepherded. Gets around his opponent. Glendinning and Blackwell. Blackwell chips in beautifully. Fine mark.
No talking by the North Melbourne teammates in. They had to tell Glendenning that Blackwell was coming.
Blackwell, kick dropping short onto centre wing. That's Madden in. No one touched him there. Madden's kick to right half forward. Passmore again, knocks the ball clear. McConville. Chance for Crocker. Out to Schimmelbusch. Up towards centre wing. Blackwell missed that mark. Free kick will be against English for in the back. The recipient will be Larkin at left centre wing. Had a fine season, particularly early on. Had a few problems with injuries of late. But a very talented player, Matthew Larkin, trying to find McCann. Silvani right there with him. Johnston, as Lou mentioned, playing a good first quarter. Gets it out to Elvin with the long locks. Pretty hot today, I tell you. In towards the centre square. Getting clear, Harms also playing well. Mark Poole, the Carlton veterans are firing at the moment. Elvin on the point of the square. Shrugs 2 tackles. Gets it back to Corkamilas from half forward. He's well shepherded. Keeps going. Long shot just about there. It's there distance-wise, but the accuracy is wrong. And it goes through for only 1 behind. Carlton lead by that margin. 1.9 plays 8 at the 16-minute mark of the first quarter.
Ball back into play again out towards that half-back flank position and the mark. Oh, he dropped it. Dwyer should have grabbed that. That'll be against him. It should be, but the umpire said no. He was lucky to get away with that. This could possibly go out of bounds. Still on the boundary line there now, and a push in the back just about to Law, but the umpire said it'll be a not Law, I should say halt, and the umpire will ball it up about 70 metres around from the Carlton goal. Carlton 9 points to North Melbourne 8. Just over the 16-minute mark as McClure gets a hurried kick back towards Marcoux, intercepted this time by Ramsey, but he couldn't get clear. The umpire said he got one to go on with in the back, and he'll take the free kick down there in the back pocket position. Ramsey's kick. Oh, there's a good mark to English. And English coming right down from the back pocket.
Blackwell in a bit of trouble.
There's the kick dropping short. Harms flies. Oh, nearly got that back to Schimmelbusch. A hurried kick again. But there's no one there really for North Melbourne. The big fella, that's the fella I said is going to be the danger player. Madden takes the mark. Yep. A player down. We'll pick him up in a moment.
He's coming off, Luke.
Ball out
with
there.
the interchange, Pete, whether a player is seriously injured or not, you should take him straight off the ground and let the doctor decide just how badly it is.
Well, it's Blackwell going off the ground, and McKenzie has the ball out there about 45 metres out from goal. A couple of Carlton players running around loosely. He decides to have a shot from that distance. He should make it. There's the kick on its way. And it's through for 1 point. So Carlton doing plenty of attacking. 1 goal for 10 points to North Melbourne 1-2-8. Just on the 18-minute mark. Short kick in by Keith Gregg. Takes full advantage of the bit of a run he's allowed to have then. Punched away from Larkin by English. Going into mid it now as Holt. He got one right around the head that time. Stays a little bit, but he's got the free kick out there at half back. No one there to mind him. He goes out wide. Looking for Corkamilas. Doing pretty well in this first quarter. Not Corker, Demetrio, I should say. I knew I'd say before the day's out. The ball goes back there, and the ball tapped to the ground, pushed out by a little cracker over to McCann. This could be a goal coming up. It is. That's a goal. That's his second. And he's got it through for a goal. So North Melbourne, 2 goals, 2-14 to Carlton, 1 goal, 4-10.
Excellent play there by Phil Cracker. On replay, we see Demetrio put the ball forward. Elvin probably should have taken that mark, but Phil Cracker now and beautifully taps the ball on. Excellent play by Phil Cracker as he got the ball out to McCann for his second goal.
2 goals to Stephen McCann, 1 to Harms. The goal kickers for the match to date. Carlton have done much of the attacking. North Melbourne have got the 2 goals on the board. The elimination final, 4 points the difference as we approach the 20-minute mark of the opening term. North Melbourne in front. They started well against Hawthorn last week. They didn't go on with it then. Can they do it today? Certainly a lot more bite about their play this afternoon, but umpire Ian Robinson has found a free kick. A player tackled but not in possession, and that is Johnston playing a good first quarter. Bob, 6 possessions.
Yes, he's playing in the centre, Pete, and I think he likes that position.
Trying to find McClure, who stepped in front of the pack beautifully and took what turned out to be a very easy mark, but he made it look that way.
Been a great player of this position for Carlton over the years, Bob.
So if we watch now, the judgment of McClure on that occasion, absolutely perfect.
Well within kicking distance, about 40 metres out and directly in front. Carlton a little inaccurate so far with 1 goal, 4 points. And I think he's missed that one too. He's hooked it. one of Lou's golf shots.
Pete, they're a far more aggressive side of this early stage of the match, North Melbourne, than they were last week against Hawthorn, aren't they?
Certainly agree with that. A lot more purpose in their play.
Is it the opposition?
Well, it could be. You may have a point there, Mr. Skilton. Triple Brownlow medalist.
Into play, 3 points the difference. Madden crashes to the ground, so too McDonald. Buckley came on. His first kick of the day could result in a score. It does. It's a point. There's a nice old dish up behind play involving Corker-Mealis and McDonald.
And Madden was in there too.
Now, back to the scoring.
I just hope that Demetrio and Corker-Mealis don't get into a mix-up.
Now towards half-back or half-forward flank, depending on which team you follow. It's McClure again. Hooks it back up towards the half-forward or the full-forward pocket. Mackenzie has the mark. And he's on a very slight angle and only about 15 metres from goal. And so Mackenzie has a chance to bring up Carlton's second goal. Mackenzie, he missed one before. Let's see how he goes here. That looks pretty good. Carlton hit the lead again. Mackenzie brings up his first goal. It's Carlton second. Carlton 18, lead North Melbourne 14 at the 21-minute mark of the term. And let's go down now to Peter McKenna on the boundary line. And Peter, I believe, has some news. What's the matter with Wayne Blackwell?
Well, the doctors are attending to Wayne in the little box there, Pete, and he's gone over on his ankle, and I'd say he could be very, very doubtful. He's in a lot of pain and very, very doubtful whether he could continue in the match, I would think.
Yes, he doesn't look too good there at all. 4 points the difference on Seven's big league. 21 3/4 minutes have gone in the first quarter of the elimination final.
Ball knocked out by Madden. In goes Law. Tries to get through the pack. Couldn't do so. McDonald's there. Gets a hand pass out wide. Coming in to meet it now is Buckley on the ground. He's slung to the ground. The umpire called play on. It's driven over the half-forward line by Road. And a good mark taken here by Passmore. Steele it is. Yes, Steele. Over to Crocker. Crocker gets the ball wide towards the boundary line. This is Melbourne getting it on the first bounce. Shrugged a nice head tackle off that time. A good one over to McClure. Back it goes to Justin Madden out there at a half-full. That's a hurried kick down there towards that half-forward line. Punched out by Crocker again. Steele backing up well. Gets a wild kick, but it'll be okay. Oh, Mark dropped that time by Smith, but he gets out of the bit of trouble there. Back it goes now to Steele. In goes McClure, who's used a lot of weight. Good play on the part of a veteran there. In goes Murphy. Plenty of fumbling going on. Back to McClure again. Up there towards McConville. The ball punched out by Simmerbush, and it'll be out of bounds in the forward pocket.
Great play by McClure, Bob, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Murphy doing his job. In defence of Steele, of Smith, I should say. He didn't actually drop it. It was punched away by McConville. It was a great effort by McConville. Corker-Mealis.
Ball picked up that time by Crocker again, not doing bad at the fullback position too. Law gets a hurried hand pass back to Larkin, spins away from Johnson beautifully. A hand pass over to Dwyer. Dwyer's at centre half back, shoots the ball, looking for Cracker. He's leading Alvin and Mary Vance. He's done pretty well in this first quarter out there on that forward line for North Melbourne. Phil Cracker. The ball falls short. It's a good pass by Cracker, and the mark taken by Glenn Dinny.
Corker-Mealis off. Marcasani on for Carlton.
There's the kick now by Glenn Denning. Not a great kick. It beats about 5 of them. Finally, it comes back to English. A hurried kick back. It's a bad one marked here by Lark. He's got plenty of time to go for a pass. It's okay. And the ball marked by Jonas. Only about 25 metres out from goal on a very slight angle.
There's a poor kick by Des English coming out of defence, but excellent play by Matthew Larkin. A lot of players might have blazed away at goal and hoped for the best, but he very calmly and coolly had a look and put it right onto the chest of Jonas.
Just on the 24-minute mark. North Melbourne trailing by 4 points. This could put them in front, this kick. There it is on its way, but he's off target. A shocking kick that time by Jonas, and the difference now 3 points. 2 goals, 6-18 Carlton to North Melbourne, 2-3-15. Well, he had a chance to put them in front. Kick out there, and a good mark taken here by Rowe, who's had a very good season for Carlton. Picking out his man, and Alvin's got it now. Even though Alvin's had kicks, Cracker looked pretty dangerous. Simmerbush in front. Harms gets up high. Couldn't take that mark. Looks as though Simmerbush could be playing down there on Harms, Bob. Is that half back?
He started off on the ball, Lou, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised if... I don't think he's on Harms. I'm pretty sure of that, but I think he's just dropping back as a ruck rover across the half-back line.
Well, that's pretty rugged play out there, and the umpire's going to ball it up right on the centre wing position down towards North Melbourne's half-forward line.
I might have to retract that. I think he is on Harms.
Okay, the score is just on the 18 plays, 15 in favour of Carlton as we approach the 25-minute mark of the first quarter. Knocked out by McDonald. Plenty of fumbling going on still out there on that centre wing position. And to make it more congested, the umpire will ball it up again.
Well, Smith was certainly on Harms early in the piece, so obviously a move has been made by John Kennedy.
25 minutes gone, so we're into time on the opening term. Knocked down by McDonald. Didn't really hit it to anybody. Had to try and pick it up himself at the Schimmelbusch and Johnson. And it is once again out of bounds, almost in the identical position. Perhaps a few metres closer to Carlton's goal, but still on centre wing. Boundary throw-in. 44 Madden, 25 McDonald. Madden naturally the taller of the two. He's taller than just about anybody except the light towers here at VFL Park. Demetriou. Short kick. Bounce doesn't favour Hunter. Melbourne just about threw it out to Alvin. Hunter at centre half back. Looks for a hand pass. By a lot of fumbling going on today, but finals pressure accounts for a lot. Hot went down, arguably too high. The umpire letting a lot go, as Bob mentioned earlier. Johnston up towards half forward. Harms went for the knock on. Successful. Who's there? Harms himself tries to gather it in. McClure overruns the ball in the back. No. Off the side of the boot from Wayne Harms, but he's still playing well. Marcoux is out there, so too is McConville. McConville's kick in towards the 10-metre square. Could be a score. Crooks one on the line. Fraser Murphy, and he bumps it through for an easy goal. His first, Carlton's third. 3 goals, 6-24. Carlton, North 2-3-15.
Well, it set up beautifully for Murphy then, Bob.
Yes, well, either way, if it had run the other way, it would have been a goal anyway. So as we watch on replay, we'll see the ball bounce in the goal square, and under normal circumstances it would have ran on, but seeing it bounce the other way, it did favour Murphy, although if it had run on, it may almost have been a point.
Murphy, Harms and McKenzie, the goal kickers for Carlton. For North Melbourne, McCann has 2. 24 plays 15. Now 26 3/4 minutes gone on the opening term. Knocked down by Madden for Carlton. Picked up by Johnston again, doing well. Schimmelbusch playing in front of Harms this time. Gets the hand pass out to Arsiri.
Arsiri's kickers over the half-forward line. 2 Carlton players spoil each other. Gave Cracker a chance to get clear. He goes down there into his back, but the umpire said it'll be a ball up out there on the point of the square. Carlton 3 goals, 6-24 to North Melbourne, 2-3-15. And it's certainly a better side this week, North Melbourne. We saw against Hawthorn. The ball grabbed by Larkin, a hand pass to Jonas. A long shot at goal. But he's off target and it'll go out of bounds in the forward pocket about 10 metres around from the North Melbourne goal.
2 bad kicks for goal by Jonas.
That's right. Into this quarter by just on 28 minutes. So I reckon it'll run about 30 minutes at the most, Bob.
At the most, Lou. I don't think it'll even get to that.
At the back was Jonas. Silvani gets a hurried kick back there towards that half-forward. A chance for McDonald to mark. Rhodes couldn't hold it. The umpire said there was interference.
Good decision.
It's a free kick against Rhodes. It'll go to Holt. Holt's kick is up there towards the full forward position. McCann under plenty of trouble. There's a great mark taken there by big Madden. Madden's kick is out wide. And a good mark taken also by Reece Jones. Not too popular with the crowd. A hand pass going over to Corker-Mealis. Ball picked up by Dean. They're playing it pretty easily now, Carlton around that wing. Murphy tries to get clear. Demetriou taps it on to Passmore. Out it goes to Steele. Back on Dwyer fumbled again. Both sides doing a lot of fumbling. And they've had a chance to get a clear break, and the umpire will ball it up out there on the centre wing position. I suppose it's understandable in final matches, Bob. Players are very impatient and the tension's really on for them, isn't it?
Yes, you don't even need the pressure of the opposition, Lou. You put pressure on yourself in finals.
Punched out by McKenzie again. Passmore. Passmore's kick is a bad one, but luckily for North, Steele's in the way. Hooks it back again towards Glendinning. That's a great mark. He started off at centre half back. There's the siren to end the first quarter of the 1985 elimination final. And we see Carlton 3 goals, 6-24 to North Melbourne, 2 goals, 3-15.
Second quarter starts in the 1985 elimination final as umpire Peter Cameron comes in to bounce the ball. Carlton leading by 9 points, the favoured side this afternoon. Can they go on with it from here? Madden wins that one down. Carlton this quarter kicking to the left. Maybe a free kick to North Melbourne. Smith. Smith from centre half back. He's gone for a short pass, and again bad disposal. Lets Reece Jones in. Reece Jones a short pass to the left half forward flank. He's found Marcoux out there. High ball up towards left half forward flank. couple of players lost sight of the ball. Not so Demetriou. Reece Jones once again in there. Gets it back to Harms. Harms has gone long up towards the goal square, trying to find Murphy. Oh, just about pulled off a miraculous grab. McConville made a move or lead. He ignored him and found McClure.
Good play on the part of Murphy then, Bob, because he spotted McClure.
It was excellent play, Lou. He made no attempt to have the shot at goal. He had a look around. He had plenty of time. And Dwyer down there, Ramsey obviously injured, so Dwyer coming out of the centre into the back pocket, and he's on Fraser Murphy at the present stage. But right now it's Mark McClure.
McClure for his first goal and Carlton's fourth. Oh, it looks a shocking old sort of a kick, and it does let Dwyer in to take the mark in the back pocket.
It wasn't one of Mark's greatest kicks, was it?
No, let Dwyer off the hook too a bit.
McDonald takes that grab in front of Madden. He's at left half-back flank. Kick is high underneath it. Law. Oh, who's got that one? Nobody. Down to Marcoux.
Playing the mark to English.
Played it to English.
Yeah, I'll play that.
English. Up for Madden. Up go the big paws. Couldn't drag it down. It's a bit of a scramble out there. Siri has the front running. Can't get clear of anyone. More fumbling. Siri looking for in the back. Comes out with the free kick, perhaps a little bit lucky.
Well, he's a little terrier, this fella. Never stops trying as the ball goes back out there towards the wing position. Jonas flies high, trying to grab the mark.
English had it first, I think, Luke.
Finally, it's pushed out to Schimmelbusch. Hand pass comes over to Larkin. He's got a paddock to run here. Takes full advantage of that too. Goes right down to the half-forward line. Now he's over the half-forward line. A long shot looking for McCann. But he might be a free kick. He ran too far, the umpire. Well, I thought he bounced it quite okay. Well, the runner's been out there to tell him to get rid of it quicker than that.
I'm just thinking that no Carlton player would run at him, Lou, so it gave him the opportunity to come right down the ground.
Kick out wide now. A chance for Road to mark at half-back for Carlton. Carlton 3 goals, 6:24 to North Melbourne 2-3-15. Just on the 3-minute mark of this second quarter of the elimination final of 1985. The ball out of bounds on the centre wing position. The crowd's built up pretty well here, Bob. It's approaching 50,000, I would say.
Yes, I think even maybe a little bit more than that, Lou. It's really built up since the game started.
And a perfect day for football. We see Corkamilis going through that time. He was grabbed too high and he'll take the free kick. Corkamilis with the ball for Carlton out there on the centre wing position. Boots it over the half-forward line. Oh, there's a push in the back by McConville. He's going to pay the mark. I thought he pushed Crocker in the back that time, but the umpire didn't agree with me.
Not wrong, though.
So McConville out there at half-forward. It's a long kick up there towards Harms. At the back of the pack flies. Got his hands, but couldn't hold the mark. Marcoux threads his way through the pack. A snap at goal, but he's off target, and it's through for another behind. So Carlton move on to 3 goals, 7-25. To North Melbourne, 2 goals, 3-15. A difference of 10 points as we approach the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. Well, you couldn't get a better day for football, and it's the day that I think every footballer dreams of, particularly in final series, Bob.
Yes, it's absolutely magnificent, and the conditions of the ground perfect as well.
Bit of juggling going on by both sides. A hand pass comes out now to Larkin. Back it goes to Steele at centre field. North Melbourne with a chance to go deep into attack. Down to Jonas. He's got the mark. That's good play on the part of Steele. He'd be about 45 to 50 metres out from goal. Goes for a hand pass. Asiri lines them up. He's found McCann. I don't think he meant it for him, but he's got it. It doesn't matter. He doesn't want it back.
Yes, but nonetheless, Lou, when Silvani had to stand on the mark, whoever Silvani was helping out just completely left McCann on his own down in the square, and Silvani getting no support whatsoever from his teammate on that occasion.
Well, McCann going for goal number 3, and of course up to this stage of the match he's been a huge success at full forward. There's the kick, and it's a goal. So North Melbourne creep a little closer. They're 3 goals, 3-21 to Carlton, 3 goals, 7-25.
And there's Stephen Silvani, a very disappointed boy, I'd say, as we see Jonas putting the hand pass out.
I think the push on the side might have helped the pass, Bob.
It may well have, but Silvani getting no support there, and Meldrum not taking the mark of Jonas, allowing Silvani to do it, and then Meldrum not picking up Silvani's opponent. 4
points the difference. The elimination final, 5.5 minutes into the second quarter at VFL Park. 3 goals to Stephen McCann. He's the leading goal kicker in the match, knocked down by Madden. Arsiri goes for the hand pass. It's taken by Smith just off the edge of the square. His kick is a short one out towards centre wing. Meldrum tries to gather it in. Opposition from Holt and also Jonas. And the umpire has played a free kick for a high tackle or in the back, or call it what you will. North Melbourne fans too happy with that. Meldrum. In the road is Law. Hasn't played the mark. He's played him a free kick also for a high tackle. Law missing last week because of influenza. Certainly a welcome re-inclusion at North Melbourne side today. Glendinning had the front position. Corcomelis, a hand pass onto Road to Marku, back to Road. Road close to the boundary line. Short pass, trying to find McConville. Crocker was there with him. It's out of bounds. And it will be a boundary throw in right half forward flank for Carlton, kicking this quarter to the main scoreboard end.
Well, as we said before, Pete, it's a far more determined side North Melbourne than last week. The game was all over against Hawthorn by this time.
It was. McClure, good ruck work. Dwyer, doesn't get the bounce. Murphy looks for a free kick, and he's got one. Well, Bob, was it there? Was there a free kick in that?
Well, by the level of the law, Pete, yes, but I think personally the common sense should have allowed it to play on it. You watch.
He just dropped it, didn't he?
He did have possession in the first place, and so you could have played it either way. I think play on would have been a good decision.
Comments from triple Brownlow medalist Bob Skilton as Fraser Murphy takes a free kick. 3-7 to 3-3, 25 plays 21. Murphy from 25 metres out. Only a slight angle. Don't think it's a goal. Only 1 point. And so Murphy doesn't add to his tally of 1 goal, but 1 behind. The Carlton makes their lead now 5 point, 26 plays 21. In the second quarter, 7.5 minutes have gone. At the back is McDonald with Madden. Chance for Smith. Was he grabbed and not in possession of Law? The umpire says no.
It's a bit hard on a player like on that occasion, Pete, because he made all the play. He was the only bloke going for the ball. The other fellows were dwelling on him.
Madden and McDonald. Madden wins it easily. Another free kick to Carlton, this time going to Corcomelis. Corcomelis from right half forward flank, a long way from goal, couldn't score from there. Trying to find McConville. Oh, just about got him. What a great mark. McConville led out beautifully. He's a very versatile player. And McConville, as we watch that mark again.
Replay, the only player to look like taking the mark was Peter McConville.
He's directly in front of goal, 30 metres out. Shouldn't miss from there. Have to wait on the goal umpire, but I think it's good. It is McConville's first goal, and Carlton increased their lead. Carlton 4-8-32. North Melbourne 3-3-21.
I do believe that Carlton have the aid of a slight breeze. I don't think it should really be a worry. But the only player, as I said before, to look like taking it was McConville. He really didn't give anybody a chance of punching it away. The North players in the front position on that occasion, and no chance of playing that real defensive game.
Just on the 9-minute mark, 11 points the difference in favour of Carlton. Centre bounce again. Madden. McDonald at the back. Madden got it down to Corcomelis. He fumbled the ball. Johnson tries to get through the pack. Well, he scampered through the pack that time, but the umpire will ball it up down towards North Melbourne centre half forward position. Well, Madden towers over the North Melbourne ruckman, McDonald, number 45 against 25. Well, McDonald actually got that one out. Comes out to Road. Road gives a hand pass out to Marku. Scoots away nicely from Jonas out there at half back. It's a beautiful pass. And we see that Harms has the mark there in front of Schimmelbusch. It's a long kick by Harms, one of the best kicks in the side. Well, there's a great mark. McKenzie, quick hand pass to Buckley. This could be a goal. Yes, it is. Good play on the part of McKenzie. And Buckley's first goal. And he's going back to McKenzie to say thanks very much for that charity one, son, but good play.
Well, he might, because if you watch on replay, Harms putting the ball forward, and it's an excellent mark by young McKenzie. Stood his ground in the front position, but not content with just taking the mark. Very quick to handball the ball, and an excellent piece of play by McKenzie.
And we're just on the 10.5-minute mark of this second quarter. 38 plays 21, 17 points the difference. The Carlton side started to get on top. Madden again got the tap. That was a beauty. Let that go with a sleight of hand stuff. Back to Corcomelis, over to Johnson. As I said before, playing the best game he's played for the year. Out to McConville's got a start on Crocker on the boundary lines. Kept it back in play. But young Crocker, an 18-year-old recruit this year, wouldn't give in. He's got a free kick in reserve. Oh, big job ahead of this kid today. 18 years of age, Bob, and playing against all the veterans here for Carlton. It's a difficult one for him, isn't it?
He's a talented boy, Luke.
Or kick back there towards the wing position. Flying high was McDonald. Couldn't hold the mark. Pushed out by Demetrio. Goes after it again. Tries to tap it on. Marcoux gets a quick hand pass over to Reece Jones. He's grabbed back to Buckley. Taps it on to Corcomelis. Plenty of heavy clashes going on there. The umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Corcomelis. He was hit too high, the umpire said. So Corcomelis out there at half forward. Well, he was hit a bit high as the ball finally comes back to Holt. Taps it nicely over to Smith at centre half. Back out to Phil Cracker on his own. Shows a lot of pace. Goal. He fumbled that one. This gave Rode a chance, but Rode grabbed him. He didn't have the ball that time.
They handballed it forward, Luke.
Quick pass. It's okay. And Jonas getting away from Melbourne. Got the mark out there at half forward. North Melbourne badly need a goal here now quickly as it comes over to Larkin on the long hand pass to Demetrio. It's got a bounce right. He's in a bit of trouble. Tries to get a hand pass back. Knocked on by Fairley over to Alseri. He was grabbed by Hunter that time, but the umpire didn't spot it because he was well covered. Plenty of Carlton players in the way and the ball is out of bounds. The crowd going a bit mad about that one, but the umpire couldn't possibly have seen it.
Boundary throw in, 17 points in favour of Carlton in the second quarter. Knocked down by Madden again. English back to Marcoux. That's close to the boundary line. Rode and Holt are out there. Chance for McDonald. He can never pick the ball up. Gets offloaded with a good bump. Holt breaks one tackle. Has a shot at goal from the boundary line. That's not bad. Oh, what a goal! Great goal. And that's the one North Melbourne wanted. 11 points in it now. 5-8-38 to 4-3-27.
Listen, North really hanging in there grimly. Each time that Carlton look like doing it, and we see Holt easily break the tackle of Marcoux, and from almost on the boundary line, they're the goals that make a difference to football matches. John Holt, an excellent goal.
Well, that should lift the team.
11 points the difference in the second quarter. 13 minutes in of the elimination final. Holt's first goal. McCann has 3 for North Melbourne. As Lou said, it should lift them. Will it? Buckley's kick short. Out towards Holt again, and Holt takes the mark in front of Rode. Holt the chance to put the Kangaroos deep into attack again. It's up towards their left half forward flank. Plenty of North or Carlton players are there. English grabs it after Glendon. He went for a knock on. Madden gets one on the shoulder. How can anybody get up that high? Madden from half back. Short pass. Tried to find Corcomelis. Playing a pretty good game today for Carlton. Out to Johnston, their skipper on centre wing. Johnston's kick, a high one towards half forward. McConville again has the mark. Taken it in front of Passmore. A little bit too much experience, but the kick is an absolute shocker. It's out of bounds. It will be a boundary throw in adjacent to the behind post in Carlton's left forward pocket. 11 points the difference.
Fairly off, Hodgman on, Pete.
Haven't seen much of Fairley so far. Kim Hodgman, the veteran to the North Melbourne side, to come back on. Knocked down by Mark McClure. Chance for Schimmelbusch. He got grabbed, but he didn't have the ball. And the North Melbourne captain will take the free kick just up from the boundary line.
He's not doing a bad job since he was moved on to Wayne Harmes either, Bob.
I think Smith's back on Harmes now, Lou. I think they probably thought it was a little bit dangerous to leave. No, Schimmelbusch staying down with Harmes. Maybe I think Schimmelbusch is going in for each centre bounce because he's such a valuable player around the centre bounce, and then possibly Smith then takes up the job again.
Johnston has the free kick after Schimmelbusch's kick went out of bounds on the full. A real chance for a Carlton score here. Is that a mark to McClure? It is. What did you think of that one, Bob? Is that a grab?
Well, I'd like to watch it on replay, but watching it personally, I'd say no way. On replay, we watch as McClure takes it, and for mine, not long enough. No, I certainly wouldn't pay it. Certainly
not today, anyway, under these ideal conditions. So perhaps a little bit of charity shown to Mark McClure. McClure directly in front, 20 metres out. Couldn't possibly miss from there, and he hasn't. It's a goal, and Mark McClure putting through his first goal, and Carlton's 6 goals kicked by 6 different players. 6-8-44 to 4-3-27.
Yes, as we watch Wayne Johnston. And Seven's big league. On replay, we see McClure.
Oh, no.
And he certainly does not hold it long enough.
No way.
Well, OK, that doesn't change the difference in score. 17 points in favour of Carlton. And we're at the 15.5-minute mark. It's Madden against McDonald again for the centre bounce. 6'9" against about 6'2". This time it bounces OK for McDonald. He gets the tap down, picked up nicely by Smith. A big chance for it to go deep into attack, looking for Phil Cracker in front of the Alva, but Alva manoeuvred him beautifully. Great play on the part of the long-haired half-back flanker, and a good pass and a mark taken here right on the boundary line by McClure. Over to Rowe. Carlton creating the loose man better this quarter as they send it around towards their half-forward, and off the top of the pack in goes Dwyer. And the umpire will ball this one up for sure.
Is Dwyer having no chance of getting rid of that, Lou?
No hope in the world.
Actually. And Schimmelbusch is back on Harms.
Ball up out there at half-back. Knocked out by Mackenzie. Comes down now to Steele. He hooks it back, but there's no one there. And McClure grabs one like a slips catch that time. A quick hand pass to Madden. Madden doesn't mess about. He boots it down quickly. Two North Melbourne players spoil each other. That allows McConville to get it over to Buckley. A running shot for goal. It might be all right. Now it's through for 1 point. Well, Jimmy Buckley, as Pete said before, hasn't had the greatest season. He's been knocked about badly by injury, but I think Bob, said that you wouldn't go into a final side or match without him because he's such a talented player and an aggressive player too, Bob.
Right from the start, as Dwyer gets it across to Schimmelbusch, having plenty of time.
Schimmelbusch out there at half-back. Kicks the ball long out towards the wing position. At the back as Dean knocks it away from Glendenning. Picked up nicely off the pack that time by Hunter. A left footer flying high was Smith, but this allowed Marquis. There was no one staying down for North Melbourne at all. Picked up by Marquis over to Harms. Harms gets it back now to Corker-Mealis. He's got a chance to run and straighten up. He does. He's put it through for another goal. That's his first. And Carlton starting to look good now. 7 goals, 9-51 to North Melbourne, 4-3-27.
10 kicks to Corker-Mealis at this stage as we on replay see it picked up by Marcoux, tackled, gets it to Harms, across to Corker-Mealis, who has no trouble at all with the extra pace of running around past Moore, straightens up and easily kicks the goal.
Fairly on the boundary line. 7 Carlton players have now kicked goals. 51 players, 27. 7-9 to 4-3. So far, it's a little bit of a picnic for the Blues. McClure in everything at the moment, up towards half-forward, knocked to the ground by Passmore. I think that's Marcoux with his jumper just about torn off his back. And it will be a bounce, according to umpire Ian Robinson.
A lot of North Melbourne defenders flying for the ball together, Bob, are not doing much talking down there either.
I think they're a little bit undermanned from an experience point of view. If you go through that defensive lineup, John Law really the only really experienced player with Ramsey off the ground.
Siri has a free kick at centre-half back for North Melbourne. I guess he'd be the smallest player on the ground and probably one of the smallest in the competition, but he doesn't lack any heart, I can tell you that. McDonald has the mark on centre wing for North Melbourne. Short pass, Demetriou and Corker-Mealis. There you are, Lou. You should have had that one there.
Lou, it might possibly be that Smith and Schimmelbusch are changing at half-back against Harms.
Could be that.
Smith's there now.
Demetriou. Hand passes on. Down towards Steele. Steele's kick not a long one. 2 Carlton players fly against each other. The opportunity for Meldrum. Ball paddled out to Phil Cracker. Always dangerous, close to goal. No one running at him. Cracker runs the full distance. The hand pass over the top is brilliant, and putting it through for a goal was Larkin.
Great play on the part of Phil Cracker. Couldn't have his out of shot that time, but drew his opponent to him and just gave an easy head pass over to Larkin, Bob.
Yes, but if his opponent had not ran at him, though, Lou, it would have just been a case of Cracker running in and kicking the goal anyway. So either way, it would have been a goal. But when you run at them, there is the odd chance that you might be able to just touch the ball or whatever it might be. On replay, we see now is Cracker having plenty of time, and Elvin actually called for his teammate to come at him.
Yes, that was interesting, wasn't it? Didn't pick that up as play went on live, but it didn't make any difference. North got the goal. North Melbourne's 5th, 5-3 to 7-9. A difference of 18 points. So still nothing in this game really as North get it out of the centre this time through John Law to their left half-forward flank. Hunter and Jonas battling for the ball. Hunter has the front posse and Hunter wins out. Brilliantly done. Last player, this fellow, certainly lacks nothing in courage, and he's got plenty of ability. Down towards Marcoux at right half forward flank. Marcoux right on the boundary line. The kick is smothered. It's out of bounds. A boundary throw into result.
Into the second quarter by just on 21 minutes. It's Carlton 7-9-51 to North Melbourne 5-3-33. Ball out of bounds about 55 metres around from the Carlton goal. Well, actually, it's about 65 metres out there on that half forward flank. Umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to McCann. It looks as though he's having a run on the ball. He's already kicked 3 goals at full forward.
It's McDonald at full forward, Lou.
We couldn't, North Melbourne couldn't growl about his performance today. Percentage-wise, out to Big Madden. He flies and the big fella's grabbed it. Umpire called play on.
Yes. He did play the mark, Lou, but Madden then did play on.
Okay, that's a good mark taken down there from that kick of Deans, and the ball marked by Dwyer. A hurried kick out wide, and little Series got it. He's not doing a bad job either. Goes for a pass, looking for Hodgman. Hodgman fumbled the ball. I thought he might have got one in the back that time for Melbourne. Melbourne copped a heavy one from Jonas. There's no big partners out there now as the hand pass comes out to Murphy. Hodgman right on his tail, but he still gets the kick back over the half forward line. McClure flies. Couldn't get the mark, but he comes out of the pack. The hand pass, not a good one. Still on the boundary line, and McClure still taps it out. Dwyer goes down, gets a hand pass to Crock. A strong play by the young 18-year-old as it goes back to Madden again. He fumbled that one. They're giving him plenty of carry, but the umpire said he was hit too high, and he'll get the free kick. Goes for a pass. Coming in there is Law, showing a lot of courage. He bounces off 2 or 3 of them. The umpire said he was hit too high. Down goes Reece Jones. This could be on for Young and Old. They're not careful. Still got it in. Reece Jones is getting up to have a go at him, but they've cooled him down a bit.
That,
I know it's down there to Law. So Law's got that free kick out there on that centre wing position, actually out to the edge of the square. Now Law's off and running. Drops the ball short, looking for Glendenning. Outmanoeuvred his opponent, but couldn't hold the mark. Back it comes to Dean. Spins away from his opponent. Smothered by Glendenning out to Arceri. North Melbourne have a chance to go deep into attack as it goes up there towards the full forward position. Larkin dropped it. This allows English to get the ball back out there to Melbourne, and they take it away from the danger zone with a good pass coming out there to Rowe to take the mark at half back. Just on the 23-minute mark. It's 51 plays 33 in favour of Carlton. A short pass. And this fella's not playing a bad game either. But Carlton, Hunter's kick. Looking for McClure. And he doesn't know. He's dropped it. He's called play on. Back it goes to Winglies. Another hurried kick back to McCann. It bounces beautifully for him. A hand pass coming back to Keith Gregg. He's grabbed. It's a wild hand pass. He was under pressure as the ball goes back to Winglies. Then we see Marcoux wearing number 60 now. Normally wears number 34. Still gets the hand pass over to Johnson. It's a hand pass coming back to Murphy, but intercepted by McConville, his teammate. A left foot snap at goal, but it's off target and through for 1 point. So Carlton wasting chances. 7 goals, 10-52 to North Melbourne 5-3-33.
North putting a lot of pressure on Carlton at the moment, and Carlton not realising there that there were 3 players with no North Melbourne players around. Lack of talking, but good pressure by North Melbourne.
19 points the difference. In front is Holt, Korkanielis and Dimitriou. 2 number 28s. Buckley dispossessed pretty quickly. He's got a second chance. Sockers it off the ground. Johnston had it and then lost it just as quickly, and umpire Peter Cameron will bounce it about 35 metres out from the Carlton goal.
Well, they may be lacking in a bit of experience, North Melbourne, Peter, but they're not lacking in endeavour, are they?
Still 19 points down. As we approach the half-time break, we're about a minute away from time on. Down by McCann, picked up by McConville. His kick is smothered. Ricochets the opposite way, actually. Holt grabbed when not in possession. Umpire playing the advantage rule. Schimmelbusch had the ball, centre half back. Still going. Long kick, trying to find Phil Cracker. Alvin right there with him, backing up well as usual as Hunter. Hunter seems to make all the space in the world. Looks for Alvin, finds him inside the boundary line. Rowe gets around Jonas. Holt, just about pulled off a miraculous mark there. McClure late on the scene, offloads him. Kick is high, could be out of, no, not out of bounds. Cracker was the flyer. It's a free kick to Carlton. In the back.
Pushed him in the back, Phil Cracker. Pushed Alvin fair square in the back, Pete.
Alvin at right half-back flank, or perhaps a little bit up from there. Alvin having the job of minding Cracker today. There's Big Madden again. 6 marks to Justin Madden. On to Johnston, the Carlton skipper. Tried to find McConville, couldn't do so. The real scramble out there. Law has it, but I don't think it's going to be his ball. It's going to be the umpire's. And it will be a bounce. And again, only about 30 metres out from the Carlton goal. 25 and a half minutes gone in the second quarter of the elimination final. Knocked down by McCann, sharked by Johnson, gets the hand pass out to Marku, couldn't miss it, and puts it through for a goal. A very valuable one to Carlton, close to the half-time siren. 8-10, 58 to 5-3, 33 at VFL Park.
It was a nice piece of play by the Carlton skipper on that occasion. Wayne Johnston reading it beautifully off the pack. And as we see it come out, Wayne Johnson taking it, a very quick hand pass. Great example by the Carlton skipper.
He's played a very good game here today too, Bob.
8 Carlton players have scored their 8 goals, which is rather interesting. Buckley, Corcomelis, Murphy, McConville, Marku then, and also McClure, Harms and McKenzie.
And Wayne Johnson's had 15 possessions up to the match so far.
Giving a lot more handball than he normally does, Lou.
Certainly is.
25 points the difference, 26 and a quarter minutes gone, second term.
In favour of Carlton now as we see Madden go for the knockout, but it's not a good one. Comes down to McCann, over to Johnson again. That was the boy I was talking about. The Carlton skipper goes for the pass up to Murphy, smothers it, recovers okay, looks for Harms, finds him, strikes Schimmelbusch off, goes another pass. It's all right, and Corcomelis has got it. Carlton starting to look really good now. They're dominating the game as we've got Corcomelis only about 30 metres out as we watch that pass again.
Harms reading that well. He just had enough time to look around and not just kick blindly.
Well, he's had a bit of trouble getting away from Schimmelbusch since he was shifted on, or they're alternating Ian Smith. But he got clear that time to give the kick to Corcomelis, going for goal number 2. There it is. Yeah, that comes around nicely for a goal. So Carlton move on to 9 goals, 10-64 to North Melbourne, 5-3, 33.
And Corcomelis coming straight off the ground, Lou. That's an interesting move.
Yep. Alan Jeans has done that a couple of times in the last 2 weeks. A player scoring a goal dragged from the ground, and he's replaced by Marcazani.
I can never understand that, Bob, as we see Marcazani go onto the ground again. But Corcomelis, he's played very well here today. He's had 14 possessions.
And 2 goals. And you chat to David Parker, and I wonder what he did wrong.
Well, we don't know. He kicked the goal. The coach wouldn't be crook on that as Madden gets the knockout again. He's dominated the centre bounces.
I think it might have been a pre-arranged plan, Lou.
Rhys Jones with a hand pass to Harms. This could be another goal coming up. A long shot. It's a long kick and a goal. What a ripper! That's goal number 2 to Wayne Harms. And the Blues are in top gear now. 10 goals, 10-70 for North Melbourne, 5-3, 33.
I think we saw the class of Rhys Jones here, Lou. A beautiful hand pass. It comes out, knocked down by Madden. Schimmelbusch coming forward. Rhys Jones getting the free kick, and straight away a lovely hand pass. And you saw the point of the square there. So a glorious kick from Wayne Harms.
2 goals to Corcomelis, 2 to Harms. The leading goal kickers for Carlton now. A purple patch for Carlton in the time-on period of the second quarter. 10 goals, 10, plays 5-3. Carlton in a pretty handy position now to advance to the first semi-final. Out to left half-forward flank again. Dwyer in pursuit for the Kangaroos with McConville. Murphy overruns the ball. The opportunity for Fairley. He was met pretty fairly too. Silvani and McCann. Demetriou. Hurried kick under pressure. Hodgman had his first possession since coming on. He's gone for a short pass. Tried to find Glendinning, who's been very quiet in the last few moments. Down to Cracker and Alvin. Steele met Alvin pretty solidly too. Ball's thrown out towards Melbourne. Melbourne gets the hand pass to Marku. Carlton really playing well at the moment. Rhys Jones short of centre wing. In the road is Keith Green. North under attack at the moment. McDonald. Oh, he played on. Surely, yes, he did. Holding the ball. Good decision. Free kick going Carlton's way to McClure, and he's had a good first half. Wobbles the punt kick up the half forward, and a good mark taken by Crocker. Crocker a little bit short of right half-back flank now at the 29 3/4 minute mark of the second term. But a great one for Carlton, especially the last 5 or so minutes. Demetriou, right half-back flank. Back to centre wing. In front was Madden. Can't complete the mark. In comes Steele, number 7. Steele from the position right half forward. He's gone for a pass to Glendinning, and that's a good one. This guy can kick a football.
Well, he should go for the goals, not have a short pass here, because, as you said, Pete, a long kick.
He's been short passing too much, Lou.
He has gone for the long one. In towards the square. Oh, great mark taken down there by Jonas. And if they can get this one close to half-time, they will go in with a chance, certainly. Good use of the body.
Well, he had a little trouble getting away from Hunter then, Bob.
Yes, Hunter's had a pretty good game so far, but Jonas judging that one to perfection.
Jonas only 5 metres out, but on a fair angle. I'll wait on the goal umpire for that one. And it's a goal, so a badly needed one for North Melbourne, close to the half-time siren. 70 plays 39 at VFL Park, 31 points in it.
And so as Glendinning actually has the shot at goal, and Jonas at no stage taking his eye off the ball. A perfect example for youngsters watching and wanting to take marks.
Just over the 31-minute mark, 31 points the difference in favour of Carlton. North Melbourne need another goal to give themselves a bit of a show after half-time, just before the siren goes. About a minute and a half to go. Knocked out by Madden again. McClure hooks the ball back, picked up by Smith. Over it goes to Holt. They go deep into attack. Cracker's got a chance to mark. Punched away by Alvin. Good defensive play by the long-haired half-back. Marquezani shrugged Jonas off as he kicks the ball out wide. Harms comes in, and there's the siren to win the second quarter of the elimination final of 1985. 10 goals, 10-70 Carlton to North Melbourne. 6 goals, 3-39. Well, that was certainly a great performance in that quarter by Carlton. They were struggling till about halfway through because North Melbourne's aggressiveness upset them a bit, Bob. But I think you've got to admit they're settled down now and their experience is starting to tell, particularly around the rucks and with McClure leading the way down there in attack.
And I think North Melbourne's lack of marking power is showing by the fact that they're continually playing short. They're going for that short kick all of the time, and when you haven't got confidence in anybody to take the mark from the long kick, you unconsciously are forced to play that. It's a long way home, and so at half-time we see Carlton 10 goals, 10, 70 points, leading North Melbourne 6-3, 39.
It's the third quarter of the 1985 elimination final from VFL Park. Carlton leading by 31 points after they kicked 7-4 to 4 goals during the second term. Can North Melbourne come back? Seems a tall order. They seem a little outgunned at the moment. Corkamil is trying to pick the ball up, so too is Buckley and Holt. A free kick going North Melbourne's way. The recipient will be Ross Glendinning. 5 kicks only to Glendinning so far. Jonas had the front posse. Almost came down with the mark. Kick is a short one. Now towards Marku. Silvani overruns the ball. Rhys Jones to Melbourne. Melbourne right on the boundary line. No one offering any resistance there. Almost caught, but breaks that tackle. Up towards Ramsey. Ramsey, good mark on the centre wing.
Well, he was off the ground all that second quarter, Pete, so whether he's fit or not, time will tell.
Let's hope he is for North Melbourne's sake. They need everybody firing at the moment to get back into this match, facing a 31-point deficit. Madden, good mark, is it? Has been played by the umpire, so that makes it mark number 7. Chipping in nicely for the Kangaroos out there as Steele. Larkin it was. Left half forward flank now, Demetriou, who appeared to have his number taken earlier in the game. He's gone for a pass to McCann, North Melbourne's most effective forward so far. Schimmelbusch and Madden. Madden lying on top of the ball. North Melbourne fans looking for holding the ball, and they've got it, I think.
That was a good decision by the umpire, Bob.
Yes, but it just shows you it takes a long while for those big tall fellas to think, doesn't it, Luke? We see Madden making no attempt to get the rule out. He just laid over the top of it.
I should mention to viewers not familiar with Bob Skilton. He was a rover, not a ruck. Wayne Schimmelbusch, North Melbourne captain. 29 finals games. Certainly in the veteran category, but what a great player he's been for the Roos. I don't know whether that shot at goal was effective or not. It's not, only 1 point. So that makes the difference now at even 5 goals at the 2-minute mark of the third quarter.
It's the one they really needed, Lou.
Certainly was, Bob. 10 goals, pardon me, 10 goals, 10-70 Carlton at North Melbourne, 6 goals, 4-40 the ball out wide, and a mark taken here by Hunter, who's played a very strong game down there in defence.
He was really desperate to play well today.
Well, he's a desperate player, and he's been a great acquisition since coming out from West Australia. Back it goes to Harm, spins out of the pack nicely, eludes about 4 of them, then spun away from Jonas beautifully. As the ball comes back there towards centre-half forward, there's the big fella going again, but the umpire didn't pay that mark. The kick by McDonald is smothered, but he butters up the second time, picks it up, drives it back over the half-forward line. Knocked out by Glendenning, kicked on again by Jonas, finally picking it up now as Road. And Carlton take the ball out there on that wing position. It's marked here by Marcoux, who hasn't played a bad game here today, Bob.
No, he's filled in for Ashman excellently.
Well, he's been out for most of the season, couldn't get a game. The ball knocked on now. Has a go for McClure. He's only got to pick it up, but he can't do that. Kicked off the ground again by Fairley. Out wide towards that half-back line, but there's Johnson, who, as I said before, played the best game he's played for the year so far. Marcoux juggles it beautifully, goes down, he's grabbed. Gets a hand pass back, goes to the right man to Demetrio, over to Larkin, who started this quarter off a bit better. A beautiful pass and the ball marked by Hodgman at centre-half forward. He has a long shot at goal. It's a long kick. Albans there on a great mark. He outmanoeuvred Phil Cracker beautifully that time to take the mark.
I think Phil Cracker was trying to shepherd the ball through, actually, Lou.
Goes for a short pass. It's okay. Marked here by Rhys Jones. He balks two of them. And this fella's a brilliant player when he's moving well. Hasn't been that brilliant today, and there's a good mark taken by Mackenzie. A quick hand pass over to Hunter, creating the loose man beautifully as he sends it out looking for McConville. There's the young fellow we spoke about, the 18-year-old recruit, Crocker, taking the mark. A quick hand pass over there to Rampur. That's a shocking kick, and Hunter again takes the mark. Back to English, playing on well. Runs to half-forward, looks for Madden. He's got it, and he's only about 35 metres out on a slight angle. And no doubt this fellow's the best big man on the ground by a mile.
So I'm a little surprised that John Kennedy hasn't just said to McDonald, you just go everywhere that Madden goes and try and nullify him.
That's right. He's got no hope of trying to outreach him as we see the ball kicked there by Madden. Will it come around enough? It has. I think it's a goal. And that's goal number 1 for Madden. And Carlton go further ahead. There were 11 goals, 10-76 to North Melbourne, 6 goals, 4-40.
It's a good mark there by Justin Madden, but on replay now we watch as he lines the ball up and very close to the goal post, but the goal umpire indicating full points.
So 9 Carlton players have now scored goals. Justin Madden bringing up his first. It's Carlton by 36 points at the 5-minute mark of the third quarter, and even at this stage they seem destined to go into the first semi-final. Umpire Ian Robinson has found a push in the back against Carlton. The recipient will be Larkin. Larkin to take the free kick just short of the centre circle.
We started off better in this third quarter. He's been very quiet the first half of the match for North, Peter.
Yes, they need him to fire. Dean in front of Glendenning. Rhys Jones to Johnston. Johnston on centre wing, gets a favourable bounce. The hand pass on the Melbourne wasn't a good one though. McDonald went in solidly. Down goes Law. Also seemingly with one in the back. The hand pass now out to Arceri. Short to Hodgman. Over the top to Schimmelbusch. Good handball. Schimmelbusch. Shocking kick though. And it's out of bounds. A little bit too wide and too long for McCann to gather in. And it will be a boundary throw in about 35 to 40 metres out from the North Melbourne goal. They badly need one at the moment, even at this early stage of the third quarter. Seven's big lead from VFL Park. Knocked down to Arceri. Went for a hand pass, there's no one there. Finally out comes Glendenning from the goal square. He's got one in the back. And he will take the free kick about 20 to 30 metres out. Is he playing at full forward now, Bob?
I think he's still at centre-half forward, but maybe they're alternating with McCann. But McCann, to me, still at centre-half forward. Still at full forward, I should say, and Glendenning centre-half.
Glendenning, only a few metres out, shouldn't miss that one, and he hasn't. He's put it through, and it would be an understatement to say that's a badly needed goal for the Roos. Glendenning's first, North Melbourne 7, 7-4-46 to 11-10-76, a deficit of 30.
I think it was quite evident there too, Bob. That's the beauty of playing in front, because you always got the chance of getting a free kick.
Dean has played a defensive game right throughout against Ross Glendenning, but on that occasion an accidental trip, but whether it's accidental or not, it is still a free kick.
That's right. Goal kickers for North Melbourne, 3 to McCann, Holt, Glendenning, Larkin and Jones have now scored singles. 76 plays 46, 30 points or 5 goals at the 7-minute mark of the quarter. Madden to Korkamilis, short kick up over the half-forward line. McConville breaks that tackle, chips it in short, down toward full forward. Well, Keith Gregg grabbed when not in possession. He'll take the free kick. North Melbourne veteran.
And they've taken Gregg away from McClure in this half, and it looks fairly onto McClure as Rhys Jones puts it long.
Long ball, knocked away by Ramsey. McConville tackled pretty quickly. The opportunity again for Marcoux. Fires out the hand pass intended for Buckley. Steele goes for the hand pass, and now North Melbourne get the ball away through Hodgman. He's gone for another hand pass to Demetriou, and here come the Kangaroos.
And Demetriou at centre field doesn't know where to go now. He straightens up, goes for a bit of a run, drives it up there looking for McCann, but he's out positioned that time. And a good mark taken in defence by English. English with a hand pass over to Elvin. Trying to get that running game going. There's two Carlton players out there on their own. This allows Melbourne to take it. He'll give it over to Reece Jones out there on that half-back flank position. He usually does something with it. Murphy couldn't hold that. He goes down. Ramsey went down too, but Murphy ran into trouble that time, ran into Schimmelbusch, but still gets the ball out to Marcoux. He's slung, but the kick comes down over the half-forward line. Up goes McKenzie. He's got the mark. A quick hand pass over now to Corker-Mealis. Back to Wayne Johnson. And the Carlton skipper runs into an easy goal. Good play on the part of Carlton that time. That's Johnson's first goal, and as I've said a couple of times during the commentary, his best game for weeks. 12 goals, 1082 Carlton for North Melbourne, 7 goals, 446.
Excellent play by Fraser Murphy in the first place. And on replay now we see a fine mark by McKenzie. A quick hand pass to Corker-Mealis. He does likewise, and Wayne Johnson having all the time in the world to have one bounce and then go right to the line and put it through.
Just over the 9-minute mark of this third quarter of the elimination final for 1985. It's 82 plays 46 in favour of Carlton. Centre bounce. Carlton looking the goods, but there's a long way to go yet. But I think it'll have to be a miracle for North Melbourne to win this. Knocked away by McDonald. Hodgman gets a short kick picked up by Rowe. Over it goes to Melbourne. He's collared by Holt. This allows Schimmelbusch to streak clear of Marcoux out there on the centre wing position. Goes for a pass. Glendinning out-manoeuvring Dean that time. Takes the mark out there at half-forward. A hand pass coming over to Law. It's too long, and he couldn't pick that up in time. I'd have been Glendinning. I'd have gone for the long kick. That's what North have got to do. Not messing about with short passing and foolish hand ball.
Particularly when you are an excellent kick.
That's right. Well, he's one of the best kicks in the business. Number 4 for North Melbourne, Glendinning. At the back was Jonas. The umpire said he got into the back of Justin Madden. He'll take the free kick out there at half-back. There's a pass coming out there to Melbourne. And Melbourne has the ball now on the centre wing position. Short pass again. Johnson right on the boundary line. Well, he's dominated the centre of the day. 20 possessions, and there's no doubt about Johnson when he's firing. He's a brilliant player. Plenty fly for that. McClure trying to claim it. He slings it away, picked up by McConville. He's in plenty of trouble. That's got to be holding the ball against him.
I think it might have been.
And I reckon it took him a fortnight to get rid of that. And the free kick to go out there to Crocker. Crocker out there at half-back. A hand pass on him. Good that did. We see McDonald took a fortnight again. I don't know why the young kid didn't kick it down there in defence, Bob. It amazes me. You're in enough trouble with the ball in your attacking zone against you, and you still do those silly things.
That's experience, I think, Lou. You can't put a young head on an old head on young shoulders.
Know what you mean, Bob?
Boot and mouth.
It's going to be a bounce about 30 metres out from the Carlton goal. They led by 31 points at half-time. They've increased that in this quarter. McConville grabbed again. Buckley paddles it off the ground. Harms. Hurried hand pass. Back to Buckley again. Another hurried disposal. Reece Jones just about caught by Law. And umpire Ian Robertson has decided again on a bounce. This time a little bit further out from the goal.
Good umpire now, I think, Pete. I think every player was attempting to get rid of the ball.
That's right.
Approaching the 12-minute mark now of the third quarter. 1985 elimination final. Round about 50,000 at attendance this afternoon. Over the top, McDonald tried to find Law, couldn't do so. In goes Rode, puts the body in well. Likewise, Reece Jones is in there for Carlton. Corker-Mealis, I think, tried to fire out that hand pass. By gee, that was a heavy one. And McClure will take the free kick.
Played a fine game today too, Bob.
Yes, he responds to the big occasion, Mark McClure, doesn't he?
Certainly does.
And Mark would be about 40 to 45 metres out. Decides to go for a short pass. Backing into it is Jonas. Over the top, Murphy. Hunter caught. Back to Marcoux. Breaks one tackle. Fires at goal. Well off target, though. Might be out of bounds. Goal umpire and boundary umpire confer. It is out of bounds, in fact. And it will be a free kick to North Melbourne down there in the left back pocket. Who's going to take that? It'll be Hodgman, will it, or Ramsey? It's going to be Hodgman, I think, to take it. So the way it's shaping up, it's North Melbourne's last game for 1985, unless they can lift their game immeasurably. Now, two North Melbourne players almost spoiled each other there, but Larkin comes down with the ball. Larkin just up from the back pocket again. He's gone short. Oh, out in front of goal. This could be real danger. McDonald just about caught onto Holt. They were lucky to get out of that, North Melbourne. The kick up towards Glendinning. Oh, something's gone on behind play. Somebody's booked McDonald, it is. I think he whacked Reece Jones, but I didn't see that. Just heard the crowd roar. Markers taken by Larkin in the meantime. Out to Ramsey, now with that knee bandaged. He spent the second quarter on the bench, of course. Jonas, short pass onto Hodgman. Doesn't get a favourable bounce at all. Paddles it further forward. Picked up by Steele. Steele out towards the left half forward flank. He's found Schimmelbusch, who decides to play on. Onto Arsieri. Arsieri over the top to Demetriou. North Melbourne must score a goal here, surely. And he's put it through for 4 points. So a badly needed one again for North Melbourne. Kicked by Demetriou. 12-10-82. Wait for 52. 30 points in it.
There's poor disposal by Carlton on that occasion. From memory, I think it might have been Road. And putting it straight to North Melbourne. On replay, we see Demetriou putting it through for 4 points. And prior to that, we see Dean with a long hand pass over the top.
That could have been a head-eye tackle, Bob, which in the umpire's eyes is a reportable offence.
I think that was the one that...
wasn't the one.
No, might have not been. OK, the centre bounce. We're at the just on the 14.5-minute mark. It's 82 plays 52 in favour of Carlton. So North Melbourne still within striking distance, only 30 points the difference. Not an impossible task.
They've gained 1 point this quarter, Lou.
OK, that's some game. As we see Schimmelbusch drive them deep into attack again. Players set themselves. No one can take the mark. Hodgman's grabbed, he gets it out. The Cracker with a long hand pass coming over now to Steele. Another goal, and it's only 24 points the difference. Can North Melbourne really bounce back into this game? Well, but Bob gives them a chance. 12 goals, 10-82 to North Melbourne. 9 goals, 4-58.
I think we saw there, Lou, as we said, during that second quarter, it does seem a waste having Schimmelbusch picking up the harms. He's just too valuable a player, and he got the ball out of the centre there. And likewise, when we see Phil Cracker take possession, it's always danger for the opposition. That
was a magnificent hand pass by Phil Cracker, spotting Steele about 20 metres away, right down his throat. Into this quarter by just on 15.5 minutes, 24 points the difference. North Melbourne bouncing back. They've picked up 7 points this quarter, knocked out by Madden. There we see Larkin certainly playing a lot better in this third quarter, and he's made a heck of a difference around the centre knockouts. So it'll be a ball up again. 24 points the difference. And we've got a long way to go. Can the young Northerners wear down this Carlton more experienced side as the ball hits the deck again? Schimmelbusch gets it out again. He's clear. Hand pass coming over to Holt. Oh, Schimmelbusch is in trouble. He went down. He's still down as it comes over to Ramsey, taking a fortnight to pick it up. Back to Holt again. That's the idea. A long kick. A little Arsieri's got it. And he's only he's about 40 metres out. The distance could be too far. There's the kick by Arsieri into the goal square. Looking for McCann. Is this a free kick? Now he's got a goal. Good play on the part of McCann that time. Great play. Great shepherd, Bob, and it's a goal. So the difference 18 points. North Melbourne really bouncing back. 12 goals, 10-82 Carlton. For North Melbourne, 10 goals, 4-64. 3
goals in 3 minutes, Bob.
The value of the long kick also, as Lou called it. McCann doing an excellent job of shepherding Silvani out of the way. Again, we watch from a different angle. And Steele watching it go through. I think he was frightened and bounced back then the way he was looking at it. But Stephen McCann, a nice piece of shepherding and a good goal to Arsieri.
64 plays 82 now, and the quarter in progress, nearly 17 minutes. Can North Melbourne get it out of the centre again? Holt gets there first on the half-back flank for them. Hooks it back up towards centre wing, again trying to find Arsieri. He's got him. North have kicked 3 in 3 minutes. Albert and Cracker. Knocked away by Tom Alvin, doing a great job on Cracker at the moment. Flick back to Corcomelis. On the centre wing. Meldrum got a high one. Back to Corcomelis again, around Larkin. Up towards Carlton's half-forward line. Plenty of dark blue jerseys there, and the mark is taken by Mackenzie. Well within kicking distance. He's about 40 metres from goal.
This fellow's a strong mark, Bob. McCarry was such a good mark.
He's improved as the season's progressed, Lou, and Carlton's picked a lot of him.
6 marks to Mackenzie. Oh, mark or point. I reckon it's a goal now. Oh, North players asleep down there. Oh, took a doze.
It sums it up, Pete. It really did sum it up.
13-10 to 10-4, 88 to 64. Mark McClure again.
And that's the experience prevailing there, Bob.
On replay now, Mackenzie's kick. McClure certainly marked it just inside the line, but we watch now Fairley, Smith, and I missed the other player, but all inexperienced, and McClure so easily just putting it through.
One of the easiest goals you'll get. A quick reply to Carlton. 88 plays 64 now, back to 24 points in it. After North had reduced the deficit to 3 goals with 3 goals in 3 minutes. But it's going to be a free kick to Matthew Larkin now, just short of the centre circle. He's gone for a pass again, this time out to Steele. Position from Harms, though. Steele, though, wins out. North with plenty of fire. A lucky one to Schimmelbusch. I don't think it was intended for the skipper, but Schimmelbusch has the mark at half forward. Has he got a 15-metre penalty? We haven't seen too many of those today.
And Pete, they've got Carlton in a bit of trouble at the moment.
Well, if they can get another couple of goals now, Lou, that's when they'll have them in trouble, I think.
Well, they're still in there with a chance, and we've got a fair way to go yet.
Yes, just past the 19-minute mark of this quarter. Schimmelbusch is usually a good kick. Has he got the distance? It looks okay from here. He has. It's another goal to North Melbourne. And so the Kangaroos really making a game of it here in the third quarter. 13-10, 88 to 11-4-70.
Yes, and they were applying pressure to Carlton, and Carlton looked as though they were starting to take control, and whether or not they mentally relaxed a little bit or started to try and do the easy things, Melbourne has become a little bit loose in defence.
18 points the difference now in the third quarter, which has been going just past the 19.5-minute mark.
Centre bounce again. Knocked out by McGonagall. He's got his second win now. That was a great knockout down there to watch that half-forward on. Jonas gets it out here now. Demetrio with a short pass. Oh, he was too big that time for a Series English, but the Series played a darn good game here. Number 48 for North Melbourne. But they're getting plenty of drive from the centre with Larkin and Schimmelbusch doing pretty well too, Bob.
Yes, they really lifted their game, those players. And unfortunately for John Law, he took the mark, but the pushing the back being paid.
Madden gives it over now to Wayne Johnson. The Carlton skipper drives it along over the centre half forward position. Bit of fumbling going on there by both sides, and the umpires found a free kick. It'll go to North Melbourne. So they're starting to get the breaks. It'll be Keith Gregg to take the free kick. He got one on the shoulder that time. 15-metre penalty against him. McClure should know better than that.
I think he did it deliberately, Lou.
But that'll give those Carlton defenders a chance to settle down a bit, because they're a little bit rattled as the ball goes out wide. But that's a shocking kick. Oh, he dropped an easy one, Reece Jones. Down goes Len Denning. Did he get one in the back? But the umpire said no, and it'll be a ball up out there on the centre wing position.
And it should have been a free kick at Len Denning.
I thought so, Bob. 18 points the difference as we approach the 21-minute mark of this third quarter. The elimination final of 1985. Knocked out again by North Melbourne. Comes down now to Melbourne. A long hand pass to Jimmy Buckley. Fumble. He's not having a great day today, Jim. Hand pass back to Murphy at centre half forward. A long kick down there looking for McConville. He's got the set. Couldn't hold the mark. Here's danger coming up. Mark could fumble that. And Crocker's in there amongst the heavy work there on the umpire. Will ball it up right on the edge of the kick-off mark. It's only about 5 metres out from the Carlton goal. And they're in front by 18 points. Ball driven away by Fairley, playing at centre half back. It's a chance for the big fella Madden. He only went up one-handed that time, should have had two at it. And the umpire's going to ball it up around about the centre half back position for North Melbourne. Carlton 13-10-88 to North Melbourne 11-4-70 into this third quarter by just on 22 minutes. A ball up. McDonald against Madden. Well, Madden grabbed that one but ran into a brick wall, couldn't get clear. Reece Jones gets a hand pass out to McClure. That was slick play as he has a pot shot at goal, but it's off target, off the side of his boot, and the ball is out of bounds in the back pocket position for North Melbourne. And they're still in this ball game now, only 18 points down.
Free kick going to Crocker in the right back pocket. He's kicked it straight to Mark McClure.
Quite a fine game.
Quite an excellent game, Lou.
Just about the best player on the ground, I'd say.
7 marks and 18 possessions to Mark McClure. Wobbles the punt kick up towards the full forward position. And to Mark McConville, I think he's the man to come down with it. He's not playing a bad game either now.
Although Crocker did an excellent job in that first half, but you just can't expect a young, inexperienced player to contain them. And you see that now the North Melbourne defenders were trying to punch the ball away, but not equal to it.
And what's he done with that one? It's a goal. And so McConville putting through his second goal, and it just gives Carlton a little bit of breathing space. Once again making the difference, 24 points, 14-10 to 11-4 at VFL Park.
Bob, if they could get it down to 12 points before three-quarter time, they'd really get themselves full of running then, wouldn't they?
Yes, as we watch on replay, psychologically, Lou, if you can get to the stage where you know it's only 2 kicks.
That's right.
It just seems to give you that little bit more impetus, if that's the expression.
23 minutes gone, 14-10 to 11-4, 24 points in it. Corcomelis, McConville, McClure and Harms have kicked 2 goals for Carlton. It's back into the centre. North Melbourne need a couple now to keep their momentum going. Larkin's kick is long, down towards half-forward. Alvin, Arsiri robes it beautifully. 20-metre hand pass to Steele. Steele's gone for another hand pass in the goal square. It is Big Donald McDonald, and that's what North Melbourne needed. They're making a game of this in the third quarter. McDonald's third goal, a great chain of hand passes there, 14-10 to 12-4.
A little Arsiri, Bob, but no doubt I'd say he's North Melbourne's best player, number 48.
Yes, he's been busy right throughout, but you did say the improvement in Larkin has made a difference, but that was the one that Alvin should have marked. It hasn't been one of Alvin's best days today. Arsiri getting it across to Steele, and good teamwork sees Steele get it to McDonald.
So Donald McDonald putting through his first goal.
Here's Arsiri. Not now, that's McDonald.
Back into the centre, 94 now, plays 76 in the elimination final. North Melbourne certainly making a game of it. They've kicked 6 goals this quarter, and 3 of those at one stage came in a 3-minute period. Carlton get it out of the centre. In front is Crocker, takes the safe mark this time in front of Peter McConville. Crocker at half-back. North Melbourne certainly lifting their game, still persisting in the short passing. That one was okay to Larkin, and of course many of them have come unstuck. Ball driven down by the Kangaroos up towards centre half forward. Glendinning got 2 hands to it, couldn't take the grab. Knocks it further forward. The opportunity now for Cracker. Oh, gave it straight to Madden. And Madden gets Carlton out of the danger zone.
Back out wide towards the wing position, Larkin and Rhys Jones. Rhys Jones got one behind the ear, picked up by Johnson. Johnson's kick is McConville and Crocker. But there's a great mark taken by McKenzie. I said before, this fella's got a good pair of hands as he gets it up to Mark McClure, and fairly McClure getting himself into position, couldn't hold it. Smith juggles the ball. Back it goes there, picked up by Range. There's nowhere to go. He goes right across goals. A chance now for Keith Gregg to grab this one, but knocked on by Mark Gu, and he's kept it in Carlton's attacking zone about 50 metres around from their goal. Well, the difference, 94 plays 76, only 18 points in favour of Carlton. North Melbourne certainly putting their best quarter forward in this third. In the elimination final of 1985, that's McClure getting up, but Law smothered. The kick is smothered too. Back it goes to Rhys Jones. Over to Corcomelis. Was that in the back? Yes, the umpire said yes. Oh, Rhys Jones threw Holt down pretty heavily, but Corcomelis will take the free kick about 55 metres out from goal. It's the kick into the goal square. Did McCann get one on the back? I think the umpire spotted that. Number 16 to take the free kick down there at full back. They've got him running in the ruck. He's had a busy day today. He's played full forward, centre half forward, and now on the ball. Hand pass over to Crocker. Crocker's got a chance to run or half back. I think he's a bit too quick there for Mark McClure. He's getting long in the tooth. Now she goes wide, and Glendenning's got the mark out there on the centre wing position in front of Dean.
You're full of raps, Lou.
I'd hate to be about 35.
Madden at the back of the pack had no trouble in taking that mark on Carlton's half back line. Still 18 points the difference. That's a good pass, and Rhys Jones has got it. Goes for a quick hand pass over to Dean. Dean's kick is a long one over the half forward line. The play set themselves. Flying high was McKenzie, but staying down, picking up the ball nicely is Gregg. Goes for a short pass, not a good one. It bounces okay. The ball is picked up now by Dean, and a perfect hand pass to Johnson, and another pass back to Mark Gill on his own, wearing number 60 over to Hunter. Over to McClure now, and the ball hooked back towards the face of goals. The pack set themselves, knocked out by McCann. Back to Crack. He was grabbed pretty high. The umpire play on. It was the out advantage rule at the Ramsey. The ball wide out towards that half-back flank position. Going out is Demetrio. He grabs English. English let it go, and it'll be a free kick. He's knocked down too, Demetrio. Oh, he got a heavy one.
Did he what?
Umpire having a talk to number 27. There it is again, Bob.
You can see it now as the tackle comes in. And he did cut one.
I'll say he did. Well, he took it on the chin, Demetrio, but he's okay.
Literally.
There's the kick by Demetrio over the up towards the Madden, flying high. Couldn't hold the mark. Johnson backing up, fumbles the ball, goes after it again. Comes out of the pack now, kicked off the ground, back towards Melbourne, showing a lot of pace. Takes the ball away from the danger zone. He goes for a long end pass, finds Alvin on his own. Back to Jimmy Buckley at centre half forward, a pass, but it's not a good one. And marking well in defence there is Smith.
Smith for North Melbourne.
Got Holt on his own.
Holt takes the mark, doesn't let him go, and as Bob Skilton said, there's no one within Kiwi. Could have perhaps run a little further. It's a good long kick though, trying to find Hodgman. Then it's Jonas. Back to Hodgman and Cracker. Cracker over the top, finds Jonas, and Cracker's down too. He's copped a nice old sort of a hit. Meldrum.
Still holding his head too, Cracker.
Yep. Too long for Demetriou. McClure. Just about caught. Hurried hand pass on the Larkin. Gets away from Johnson. North Melbourne certainly playing better. They answer the challenge. On the little Arceri. He kicked a beautiful goal before. That's going close. They need Cracker in the goal square. He's got it, has he? No. McDonald's there. So too is Alvin. And English. English gets Carlton out of trouble. Momentarily at least. It's out of bounds. North Melbourne's right forward pocket.
Good play on the part of things. He had no one to kick it to, so he went for the boundary line, Bob.
North have really lifted their game, and Larkin in particular, but the whole North Melbourne side are applying pressure at the moment and making it hard for Carlton.
Madden and Glendinning. Madden wins it. Stalemate with Abbing there. And it will be a bounce about 25 to 30 metres from the North Melbourne goal. A chance for North Melbourne with the three-quarter time siren not too far away to perhaps get a goal before the final change. Meldrum fumbles. Shibblebush is right there with him. Comes out with the ball. Could have got grabbed too high. No, he's been penalised for holding it. And it will be a free kick to Carlton. English will take the free kick in the left back pocket. The VFL Park Arena is still bathed in sunshine. Madden tries to juggle it, not successful. It's Holt for North Melbourne. Long kick up towards the goal square. That could be a goal. Or was it a point? 1 point. The kick was on its way before the siren rang. 14-10, 94 to 12-5, 77. There's the three-quarter time score of the 1985 elimination final. The telecast of the 1985 elimination final going through ESPN and TSN in the United States and Canada. 17 points the difference at three-quarter time. North Melbourne a great fight back in the third term. Can they keep it up? Demetriou gets grabbed but not in possession of the ball.
Goal here will now work wonders for North Melbourne, Pete.
It certainly will. Little Arceri, who's just about their best player, I would have thought. Hunter behind, can't take the mark. Meldrum, long hand pass. It bounces okay for Road ultimately. Now he's got a hand pass over the top, trying to find Corcomelas, who got one in the back from Law. A silly tackle. And right in front of the umpire too. And Corcomelas will take the free kick on right centre wing for Carlton. Trying to find Mackenzie. He was well out of position. And a free kick going North Melbourne's way. Demetriou onto Law. Law up towards the centre wing position. At the back is Hunter. Great mark. Ken Hunter, one of the most versatile players on the Carlton side. John Law. It's kick for kick at the moment. He's gone for a hand pass to little Arceri. 15 kicks to Arceri. Dean got it to the back of Ross Glendinning. Glendinning certainly making sure the umpire saw that. And Glendinning will take the free kick for a push in the back at the 92nd mark of the final term. No addition to the score so far. Glendinning a pass down to McCann. Got two hands to it. Picked up by Steele. Snapshot at goal. Won't quite be there. Alvin. Backing up again is Hunter. Just about everywhere it would seem. Rhys Jones. Alvin. Looking from left half back flank. Short pass. On it goes to Marku, wearing jersey number 60. Harms had a third quarter lapse, I could almost say, but he was a very good player in the first two terms. Down towards Carlton's half-forward line. North Melbourne through fairly it was, down towards the centre wing position. Johnston, Carlton skipper at Arceri. Johnson gets the hand pass out to Marku.
Marku out there at half-forward, takes a wide circle, a hand pass back there to Rhys Jones. He balked beautiful. Now he's collared, but he gets clear over to Murphy. Carlton messing about as we see the ball picked up by Corker-Mealis now into the goal square. Oh, two North Melbourne players clash. There's a chance for McConville to kick a goal. He's kicked it too high, no distance at all. Punched away by Law. Coming back to Corker-Mealis right on the boundary line. And the ball is still back in play. They won't force it over. Now it's through for 1 point. So it's 3 goals the difference. 18 points in favour of Carlton.
Could have been costly.
Certainly could have been. 14-11-95 Carlton to North Melbourne 12-5-77. And North Melbourne want a goal now in the next 3 or 4 minutes to really lift this team again, because they played great football in the third. Well, back there again. Finally we see Smith driving the ball out to half forward. Harms and Schimmelbusch having a great battle there, but Schimmelbusch coming out with it, but he can't pick it up, and it's over the line and out of bounds. At least he stopped the Carlton player from getting it back into attack for them. It's out of bounds on Carlton's half forward line, about 75 metres around from their goal. And they're in front by 18 points. Just on the 3.5-minute mark of this last quarter. The hand pass comes back to Marcoux. Arsewi's grabbed him. He shrugged him off pretty well. Marcoux's played a very good game today as he goes for pass. Looking there for McKenzie. It's too long. And the ball is out of bounds. Would you say this is the scoring end, Bob, would you?
I would imagine so, Lou, but there's nothing to worry about. If you're playing well enough, you can score at both ends.
And it's a perfect day for football. Just on 50,000 people here to see this elimination final for 1985 as McClure gets the knockdown. Backing up well as Fairley. Fairley's kick is out towards Glendenning. Got one hand to it, couldn't get the second. He spins out of the pack. Nice. He certainly played a lot better since half-time. That's a long kick by Glendenning over the half-forward line. And a great safe mark by Inglis. A bad hand pass. A fumble goes on. It comes back to Cracker. Taps the ball on. He gets clear now. Meldrum's right after him. He's grabbed it. Nearly a free kick to him down there. I reckon he didn't have the ball. He was grabbed. Oh, the crowd going mad about that as Marcoux takes the mark out there at half back. Short pass and marked out there by Corker-Mealis again. He's been a pretty handy player for the Blues too. That's a good pass, and Dean's got it out there towards the Carlton half-forward line. Carlton settling down as they send the ball back over their half-forward line. Madden got one under that. He's been pretty quiet back since half-time. As it goes back to McClure, goes for a hand pass, picked up by Crocker. Crocker's kick is out towards Schimmelbusch and Road. He got one to go on with, and the umpire was spotted that. He's called play on. Schimmelbusch could have taken the free kick, and now he's got another one.
And you hand pass the ball forward, and once you hand pass, if you get held in, it's holding them out.
Schimmelbusch's kick, not a long one. Marcoux, must agree with Lou, has done a very good job filling in for Rod Ashman. 27 possessions, so it's not really bad, is it? This is Meldrum now from right centre wing. Trying to find McKenzie. Good mark taken by Fairley.
Quite a bit better since he went to centre half back too, Bob.
Fairley.
McClure is starting a little bit tired at the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe he is old, like you said, Lou.
Road. Road is in the centre wing position. McClure getting underneath it. A few tired players out there now. Ball kicked out by Smith. Towards the centre wing position. Number 2 for North Melbourne, Holt. Reece Jones in pursuit. Will he catch him? No. Holt's already been penalised once today for running too far, and he certainly ran a fair bit then, but the mark taken by Hodgman, who's gone for a short pass, leading out Glendenning, moving around a lot more, and he's well within kicking distance, about 40 metres from goal and directly in front.
I don't know about you, Bob, but North look a little bit fresher to me than Carlton.
They're putting in a bit more at the moment, Lou, and if Glendenning kicks this, only 2 kicks between them.
He's kicked it, I think. Oh, we've got a ball game on our hands now. Glendenning puts through his second goal, and North Melbourne sneak a little bit closer. 14-11, 95 to 13-5, 83 at VFL Park.
Well, they've got Mark McClure up there at centre half forward, and he looks pretty tired. He's played a superb game here today, but youth might win out in the long run, Bob.
You never know, Lou, and what an excellent piece of play that was by Holt, but it came out from the forward line. As we see McConville come out to centre half forward, McClure going down towards full forward.
Glendenning's second goal. North Melbourne now trailed by only 12 points. 95 plays 83 in the elimination final. Corker-Mealis.
And it's Corker-Mealis going over the half-forward line. The ball out there towards that position. Harms couldn't. Oh, he's grabbed it. He's collared again. He's threw it away. The umpire called play on. Fairley goes through the pack. He's grabbed. The umpire giving plenty of latitude out there, and rightly so. And it'll be a ball up on that half-forward line from Carlton, about 75 metres out from their goal. Into this quarter by just over 7 minutes. 95 plays 83. 12 points the difference. Only 2 kicks in it. No one got that knockout. Pushed on again, finally picked up by Smith. Smith out towards Glenn Denning. Big Madden's there, too tall for the pack, and takes a great mark out there on the centre wing position. That's his 10th mark for the match, but he was pretty quiet in the third quarter. Ball hits the deck again. Fumbling going on. Law comes out, a left footer back there, and the mark taken here by Demetrio. Rhodes got him collared. He can't get clear. He's going to get a 15-metre penalty.
Play for that and got it, Demetrio.
Short pass towards centre half forward. Alvin missed that complete. There's a break now. Hand pass coming to Phil Cracker. He's going to go for a hand pass over to Asiri. Another one back here to McCann for goal number 4. And it's a goal, the difference. And North Melbourne coming home like a house on fire.
14-11, 95 to 14-5, 89.
And could it be the younger North Melbourne team will win this match, because will youth win out, Bob Skilton?
They've really got things running for them at the moment. Alvin missed it completely. It hasn't been his best day, and Phil Cracker could have had a shot, and as usual, used excellent handball. Siri likewise, and it finished off with McCann's 4th goal.
4 goals for Stephen McCann. A kick in it now at VFL Park.
A goal the difference in favour of Carlton. North Melbourne really fighting back as the ball is sent down there by Rowe, but in the way that time was Crocker, and he played a fine game. This young 18-year-old at full-back, he goes for a short pass, and Larkin's got it out the wing, and North Melbourne go deep into attack again. Out there towards Cracker and Alvin. Cracker plays it back into play. Alvin's on his tail. He fumbles. Cracker's grab, didn't have the ball. He'll get a free kick, and he's got a chance to land this right in the goals, but this fellow always does something with it. Reece Jones going mad about the decision. It was there all the way.
There's no doubt about the free kick. We see Cracker now playing it forward. He's not in possession and was held.
Cracker's kick ready for go deep into attack in front of the goal, but there's Big Madden going for that one. He won't drop that and takes a strong mark at fullback for Carlton.
Madden, mark number 11. Kick is short. Reece Jones takes a very easy mark onto Alvin. Alvin at left half-back flank for Carlton. He's gone around the boundary line towards Arms on the wing. And Carlton steadying down, but North Melbourne really coming right back at the Blues. In front is Ramsey. They've got one a bit high. Greg loses out.
Got a free kick.
Yes, he has. Murphy's gone for the hand pass, but the whistle had gone. They've looked a cakewalk for Carlton in that second quarter. Full credit to North Melbourne. They've really fought this game right back. Typical of John Kennedy coaching. Out of bounds, is it? No, boundary umpire said it's okay. It is now, I think. No. Oh, gee, that was close. That was very close. Schimmelbusch downfield. Hunter in there. Ball knocked on by Jonas. Now it will be surely out of bounds, and the boundary umpire will get the Bronx cheer.
I thought it was out before.
They really lived the...
We watch on replay now.
Oh,
certainly over.
It's a boundary throw-in. Right forward pocket for the North Melbourne side. Well, it could have been against Madden. Hodgman, Demetriou, a shot at goal. Will it go through? Yes, it has! Oh, he's picked 2. Here come the North Melbourne side. 14-11, 95 to 15-5, 95. It's level pegging in the elimination final.
Bob, as I said to you before, they look tired to meet Carlton. And you've got to remember, they're a lot younger, North Melbourne, too. They're full of running now.
Yes, well, their disposal up the ground is nowhere near as good, Lou. And it looks like Road about to come off the ground. But Carlton panicking with their kicking. They're going all over the ground. Their disposal poor. They're not looking where they're going, whereas North Melbourne are very deliberate.
Marquezani on, scores did live in the elimination final. 11 1/4 minutes gone. Which team is going to find mothballs for 1985? Schimmelbusch, oh, miraculous mark taken out there by Steele. North Melbourne lifting themselves everywhere. He's gone for a hand pass to Smith. Smith on right centre wing, long kick down towards half forward, 2-on-1. Cracker rows it beautifully. Any score will put North Melbourne in front, and it's a goal! North in front by 6 at VFL Park. What a game of football, 101 to 95.
And what a recovery by North Melbourne from half-time, Bob. A marvellous effort by this young side.
Yes, they went in at half-time, 31 points down, Lou, as we see the hand pass come out to Ross Smith in Seven's big league. It's the replay of Phil Cracker swooping on the ball, and what a dangerous player he's been. He's really worried Alvin right throughout the day.
A goal the difference in favour of North Melbourne. How the tide has turned towards North Melbourne. We see Hodgman trying to get through the pack. Scraggly play there as Marcoux gets a wild hand pass back to Murphy. Fumbles the ball. Tacks it on again. But they're on his tail. He can't get clear. Down he goes. They'll pounce on him. He gets the ball back. It's a bad hand pass. Over to Crocker. Back to Demetrio. Over to Shimmerbush. And the North Melbourne captain's clear as he sent it around towards their half-forward line. And the ball is out of bounds. But at least it's in North Melbourne's attacking zone. About 65 metres around from their goal. They're in front by 6 points. They weren't worth it. You wouldn't give them 2 cents of a chance at half-time, Bob, would you?
Not a chance, Lou, and 5 minutes after, even less.
Here we go now. Ball back into play again. Madden at the back there is Jonas. Missed it completely. Knocked on by Dean. Over to Demetrio. Short pass. It'll be okay. Marked here by Larkin. Larkin with a hand pass to Hodgman. He runs into trouble. It's a bad hand pass. It goes back to the Carlton skipper. Johnson out there. But half-back takes a bit of a run. He's upended. The ball down over the half-forward line. Punched out again by Smith. In goes Law. A quick hand pass. That was strength out to Steele. Back to Larkin. Out wide again. And the ball around that wing position. Smith goes for a pass. It's a beauty. Marked here by McDonald. Another hand pass over to McCann. Balks. A long hand pass again to Shimmerbush. He straightens up, fires at the goal. Let's see the result. It's a goal. Oh, North Melbourne are running hot. They're killing the Blues at the moment. And what a miraculous recovery. 95 plays 107 in favour of the Kangaroos.
Well, if ever a team plays like their coach, they certainly are at the moment. And the Kennedy-inspired Kangaroos, as we see McCann now get the hand pass long to Shimmerbush. And what a superb leader Shimmerbush has been. On the ball and has led by example.
You could say the Kangaroos are really hopping now, Pete.
They're certainly hopping at the moment. 107 to 95. North Melbourne by 2 goals. And what a turnaround after they trailed by 31 points at half-time. They're making Carlton look pretty flat-footed at the moment. But Carlton won't throw in the sponge. You can back that in. Rhys Jones to Johnston, their skipper. Johnston's gone up to left half-forward. The mark is taken by Mackenzie. He's got a good pair of hands, this fellow. Goes for a short pass. Not too confident he's kicking. I was about to say he's not the best kick in the side. And Marcoux looks in a little bit of bother.
That's a hamstring for sure.
Hamstring, yes. On replay now.
Well, these North Melbourne defenders must concentrate 3 times as much as they have been before, Bob, because this mob is experienced, Carlton, aren't they?
They certainly are, Lou, and there's still a long way to go. We're about midway through this final term. And Marcoux
is in a bit of trouble.
I think he'll come straight off the ground, Lou. I doubt very much.
Ian Robertson saying perhaps he has to take the kick.
Well, what happens there, Bob? Now, can we? What's the ruling there? Does he allow? If he can't kick it, can somebody else kick it for him?
Well, I remember Lee Matthews taking a kick for Terry Wallace in the '83 Grand Final.
Wallace was on the ground. I know he was acting, but he was on the ground. Whereas in this situation, Marcoux. I think you'll find Marcoux hobbling off the ground anyway. So I think evidence of the fact that Marcoux is injured, well, you can see him hobbling off the ground there now, and I'm sure he will come straight off.
He's played a fine game too. It's a bit of bad luck because he's been one of their best players.
Mark McClure, speaking of best players, has also been a fine contributor for Carlton. He's only 20 metres out, directly in front. Goal umpire doesn't move. It's a goal. Carlton back in this match. Make no mistake about that. Mark McClure putting through his 3rd goal. Carlton 15-11 now. North Melbourne 17-5. It's 6 points the difference.
Marcoux coming off, Buckley on. Mark McClure who kicked that goal with Marcoux's injury. Whether it's just a cramp, but I feel the hamstring personally.
Certainly looks that way, Bob, doesn't it?
Yes, I doubt very much whether Alex Marcoux will be playing next week, but one never knows.
6 points the difference. It's a thriller in the elimination final. 107 to 101. At league headquarters, knocked away by McDonald. Demetriou just about caught with the ball. A chance for Law. His kick is only a short one. In front, Steele. Did he get one in the back? Umpire said yes, he did. He'll get a 15-metre penalty. Doesn't bother to take it. North Melbourne still with plenty of running. This is Larkin. Sidesteps Rhys Jones. Tries to get around Harms. Does so again around Rhys Jones. Bad handball. Over to Alvin. I think he might have been moved off Cracker. Hunter, Rhys Jones, caught, good tackle, Smith. Loose ball centre field. Marquezani back on for Carlton. Johnston, their skipper. Puts them forward again. Carlton answering the challenge. Up to half forward. In front, McConville. Gets it straight to Ramsey, though. Ramsey's gone out wide for North Melbourne.
And Smith coming in. He's just going at a count. There's no one there within a mile of him as he goes for a pass, looking for Steele. And Steele has the ball out there on the centre wing position. North Melbourne still a goal in front. 107 plays, 101. And the mark taken by the North Melbourne captain, Schimmelbusch. The kick into the goal square. The pack fly. Up they go, Glendenning and McCann. No one can take the mark. Silvani missed it. In they go now. Glendenning on the bottom of the pack. Let's go down to Peter McKenna quickly because he'll have a report on Alex Marcoux.
Yes, Alex Marcoux has torn a hamstring. He'll take no further part in the game. Back to you.
Thanks, Peter. The ball up again in North Melbourne's forward pocket. Knocked out by McCann. That kick of Jonas was smothered. Going into meter now is Silvani right on the boundary. Oh, well smothered that time by Jonas. And North Melbourne playing desperate football.
That's the sort of football that wins games.
A goal the difference into this last quarter by just over 18 minutes. A goal that here from North Melbourne will make it very difficult for Carlton. Did McCann get one on the back? The umpire taking no notice. That Harms has grabbed. And the umpire said it's dropping the ball against him. It's a strong decision by the umpire. And the bloke to take the kick now will be Holt. The ball into the goal square. Oh, nearly got that. Glendenning punched on again that time by Meldrum. Over it goes now to Road. A hand pass back to Silvani. He missed that. He's got time to pick it up on the boundary line. Ball tapped away from two North Melbourne players messing about. Glendenning gets a hand pass out. The hand pass comes out to Murphy. Finally over to Meldrum out there at half back. He's got a Paddock to run him. Not a North Melbourne within a mile of him as he goes for a pass. Out there to McConville. Gets around Crocker. Balks a long hand pass coming back to Jimmy Buckley, replacing Marcoux. Buckley's grabbed. Umpire call playing as it comes back to Rans. He goes down. They're really tackling both sides now. And the umpire's paying a free kick to North Melbourne. And that'll release the pressure of Brentford, relieve the pressure. Larkin's kick is back towards the centre of the ground. Plenty of jostling going on. There's Big Madden going. Couldn't hold the mark. Punched on by Hodgman. A long hand pass coming back from Dean. Back to Johnson. He's dropped it. And it's holding the ball. North Melbourne, as I said before, playing desperate football. And the free kick to go to Larkin at centre half back. North Melbourne in front by 6 points. As we see Steele go for a pass out to Smith. Smith on the centre wing position, found Cracker on his own, and Cracker will give the hand pass over here to North Melbourne's captain. That's Schimmelbusch, a long shot at goal. Will it come around enough? It won't come around enough, but that point could be very handy because it's put them 7 points in front. And what a recovery by North Melbourne here, Peter, today.
What a great game of football we're watching too, Lou. One of the most exciting elimination finals after Carlton looked home and hosed at half-time. They may still win it if they can stop this North Melbourne side. They deserve to win. Marquezine. Oh! Holt. Underneath it, two Carlton players, Big Madden and Corcomelis. Madden chips it up short. English. Close to the boundary line, but he gets around Hodgman. Up the centre wing. Ramsey and Buckley. Who's going to win out here? Ramsey and Buckley still going. Buckley gets the front posse and well played by the Carlton veteran. Buckley on the McConville. A goal here would put Carlton only 1 point behind. McConville shoots at goal and puts it through. Was it touched? It's a goal! That's his third. 1 point the difference in the elimination final. 16-11, 107 to 17-6, 108.
Marcoux getting ready to come back on the ground, Pete.
Well, that's a pretty quick hamstring recovery, Bob, as we watch that goal again. Buckley on to McConville, and McConville putting it through for goal number 3 to make the difference 1 point.
Yeah, well, I thought that Buckley did an extremely good job and set that goal up, and when he did that, I think I would have left him out there, Lou.
Well, maybe it was just cramp, but they told Peter McKenna it was a hamstring. 21 1/4 minutes gone. 1 point the difference as North Melbourne's run stopped. Can they get it out of the centre here? Hodgman can't. It's going to be a bounce. Just wide of the centre circle. 1 point in it. We've got about 9 minutes left for play. 9 minutes left approximately. Anybody's game, and what a thriller this has been. A great fight back by North Melbourne. Can Carlton answer it? Larkin. He lifted his game after half-time. Could get a free kick there. No. North Melbourne fans certainly looking for one.
I think it's against Larkin, Pete.
He said hold the ball against Larkin.
And the free kick for Carlton will be taken by Marquezine.
Marquezine out there on that half-back flank position. Drives the ball. Punched out by Crocker. The umpire's found a free kick against the young fellow. It goes to McConville for one on the shoulder. Across to centre half forward, coming in now to take the mark is Holt. He played on foolishly. Why didn't he stop? It's grabbed by Murphy. He's grabbed. The ball comes back now to Mackenzie. A hurried kick down there towards the forward pocket, going after the steal, but it'll beat him.
It's easy from up here, Lou, but I think at three-quarter time, John Kennedy obviously told them to play on and get the ball moving. They've done that, and when Holt made a mistake by playing at the wrong time, you really cannot be critical.
Okay, Bob Skelton, 22 and a half minutes gone, a point the difference. The ball driven back to half-back by Greg. Crocker dropped the mark. He's pretty nervous as the ball finally comes out towards that half-back line. Coming to meet it is Law. He's grabbed by Marquezani. The ball pushed on out there towards Demetrio. Demetrio's grabbed by the leg that time by Rowe, but he shrugs him off clear and finally gets the kick out there looking for Cracker. He's got the mark right on the boundary line at half forward. There's a pass by Cracker across to Hodgman. Hodgman now to centre half forward. A short pass. Trying to find McCann. He does. He was grabbed. Didn't have the ball that time, but picked up beautifully by Holt. Runs to an open goal. Fires. It'll be good. And North Melbourne 7 points back in front. And that's Holt's second goal. So the scoreboard at the 23.5-minute mark. It's North Melbourne 18 goals. 114. The Carlton 16-11. 107.
And John Holt, one of the best players on the ground. The replay shows Cracker get it across, and Kim Hodgman going for the short pass. We saw McCann tackled, loses it. Holt picking the ball up and kicking his second goal. And he's played a fine game out there on the wing for North Melbourne.
2 goals to Holt, 4 to McCann, 2 to Schimmelbusch, 2 to Demetriou. 7 points the difference, 114 to 107 in the elimination final. North Melbourne in front. Can they hang on? 24 minutes gone, so we're about a minute away from time on. But there will be probably about 5 minutes of extra time in this quarter, so plenty of time for either side to sew it up. A bounce again, just wide of the circle. Madden wins that one, but hits it straight down to Larkin. Alvin fighting Schimmelbusch forward. A stalemate develops there, and it will once again be a bounce, still inside the centre square. 114 to 107. Time ticking away. Madden and McDonald. Knocked down to Harms, actually. Harms' kick is a high one up to the half-forward position for Carlton. 2 Carlton players are there. McKenzie takes the mark, gets it back to Mark, who has the quickest recovery from a hamstring injury I've ever seen in my life. He's gone too far.
I've never seen a fellow recover so quickly from a hamstring injury as that, Bob. And by golly, from the mystery.
We did say at one stage it may have been cramped, didn't we?
Well, they did tell Peter McKenna down there it was a hamstring, but I tell you what, if they've got a miracle cure, I'd like to know what it is.
He's created medical history, Pete.
Law takes the free kick. McDonald can't mark it. Schimmelbusch, hurried hand pass. A good knock on. Rhys Jones. Good tackle by Steele, holding the ball. Steele takes the free kick, so things perhaps falling into place for North Melbourne now. Doesn't want to have a kick, it gets it back to McDonald. Might have a kick, Holt does, only a short one though. Up to Big Madden. Oh, he's got knocked rotten. No free kick for that either. Schimmelbusch, with plenty of weight being used in there. Silvani can't get clear. Now there's a free kick going Carlton's way. Big Madden got a nice old whack. And there he is in the hands of the trainers. Silvani takes the free kick for Carlton. It's up toward the centre wing position, 2-on-1. And the mark is taken by Matthew Larkin on right centre wing. We are 1 minute into time on.
And
best player since half-time, Lou Larkin.
Yes, he's been a very good player. 7 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne. There's Madden coming across after that heavy knock and taking a great marking defence out there at half-back. 26 minutes gone. And North Melbourne are 7 points in front. Can they hang on as the ball is punched out again by Larkin? A scramble there. The umpire still calling play on. Breaking clear of the pack. Here's Murphy. Murphy goes for the long kick over the half-forward line. And McClure is there about 60 metres out from goal. He quickly plays on, hooks the ball back to the front of goals. Going over the ball is Rowe. Picked up again by North Melbourne. Over it goes to Steele. Steele on a hand pass. Back here to Fairley. And North Melbourne take the ball away from the danger zone. They're playing with plenty of pep now, the Northerners, as the ball is knocked down there to Corker-Mill. It's not a good hand pass. Rhys Jones tries to kick it off the ground. Jumped by Larkin, as Bob said before. Played a sensational game since half-time to Glendinning. And time is running out for Carlton, I would say. A long hand pass over the Cracker on his own. And this fella always does something with it. And look at him go. He gets a kick. Does he go for a pass? Oh, well marked by away Silvani down there at full-back. Still 7 points the difference. Just over 27 minutes gone. I reckon about 3 minutes to go, Bob. Ball back now to Elvin. Elvin goes for a pass out wide. It's marked here by Mark Gu, who had a bad hamstring injury about 3 minutes ago, but he looks as though as fit as a fiddle now. Smith comes in. That's a great mark on that half-back one as he slipped to the ground.
Carlton's completely run out of legs, Luke.
I reckon. I think we tipped that about just into the near the end of the third quarter. Getting into the ball that time was Demetrio, but he's got plenty of time to recover. He picks it up, goes for a pass, looking for McCann. Silvani's there with him. McCann's got the run of the ball. Now he's clear. Boots the ball up there towards English at the back as Dwyer. He flies, couldn't hold the mark. In comes Jonas, tries to scoop, but clear hand pass to Asiri. Over to Dwyer to the goal. That's it. Great play, that's it. The ball game over for Carlton. And they'll go out of football for sure for 1985.
Scores: Carlton 16-11, 107, North Melbourne 19-6, 120.
Well, it's the reverse to Collingwood Carlton many years ago in the grand final, because Collingwood went in at half-time. It was on replay. Dwyer up high. Jonas, a beautiful piece of football from Jonas as he got the hand pass to Asiri. A quick hand pass as he was falling. And going back, it's very similar, Lou.
Yep.
120 to 107. 13 points the difference. Carlton can't win from here, surely. They get the ball out of the centre up to their half-forward line, but as Bob said, North Melbourne finishing a lot fitter than the Blues at the moment as the ball comes out to the centre wing position. The umpire, though, has found a free kick. He's brought it right back to the half-forward line. It's
against John Holt.
Who's going to take the free kick? Murphy. A long way from goal. The thing, though, that's important is the clock. It's 29 minutes into the term now. Fraser Murphy from left half-forward flank. Trying to find McClure. McClure at the back. Here's a chance for Big Madden. McDonald right there with him. Gives the hand pass out the middle. Asiri. Asiri onto Smith.
Smith played a great last quarter, Pete.
9 kicks for the quarter, Bob. Taking plenty of time because realising that Carlton have to get 3 scoring shots in to draw level. Knocked away by Hunter. It's out of bounds on centre wing. 29.5 minutes gone in the elimination final, and so it's going to be North Melbourne to advance to the first semi-final. 120 to 107. Looks as though it's the season's end for Carlton. Kick out of the air. Comes up towards the half-forward flank for North Melbourne. Good shepherd by McCann. Opens it up for Schimmelbusch, and there's still plenty of running in the old legs yet. Away he goes. Still well shepherded. There's a bit of a blue behind play in the meantime. Schimmelbusch, 10 metres out, doesn't have a shot at goal. He's gone for a pass, and he's found Glendinning directly in front. What a piece of play.
Lou, did you notice that nobody ran at him?
That's right. They should have, because he could do anything wrong. He could fumble. The ball's on the goal, Pete.
Yes. That really wraps it right up. That's his third. 126, miraculous kicking.
If the backmen had run at him, though, Pete, there was no way known he would have been able to make that distance.
That's right.
But it matters not, and there's the man who kicked it was Glendinning as we watch Schimmelbusch able to look behind him, and only just at the last minute did Silvani decide to leave his man.
Well, it's 19 points the difference now, just over the 30.5-minute mark of this last quarter. And as Pete said, it'll be North Melbourne in the first semi-final.
They've kicked 8-1 for the quarter, Luke.
And they've played magnificent football. Carlton looking a very tired side. Knocked out by Madden, fumbled by Johnson. Down goes McConville, picked up by Larkin. He's played a great second half. Over to Phil Drucker, who's lifted his game tremendously too. A very valuable player as the ball goes out wide towards that half-forward line.
And one thing to remember, Lou, is that Jim Cracker becomes available next week.
That's right. That makes North Melbourne all the stronger. 31 minutes gone of this last quarter.
But they could have a couple before the tribunal, Bob.
Well, we'll wait and see. The ball ready to come into play now from that centre wing position. 126.
And next week, Keith Greg will top 300.
107, so it looks as though it's North Melbourne next week again. As there's the siren to win the game, and North Melbourne have won. 20 goals, 6, 126, putting North Melbourne in the first semi-final, defeating Carlton 16-11, 107.